Incoming transmission.
Welcome to Saving Star Trek, a show talking about one of my favorite shows, Enterprise. I am Linda Park. I play Hoshi Sato and also Empress Sato. So enjoy this show. I love that it's finding a whole new life on the streaming services. And you better hit that like button or Empress Sato will not be happy. I mean, she could make a storm happen and she could really make your life hard. Anyways, enjoy the show, hit that like button, and thank you for being a fan of Enterprise.
Hello, sirs and madams. It's your buddy Admiral Teag. It's good to see you all out there. And you know what? I got my it's not merch for me, but I got my Admiral t-shirt. I don't know. Like, I think they're like a Southeast hockey team. Hello to everybody out there across the three realms. We are everywhere tonight. And I guess especially I want to say hello to everyone over on the tubes of you. Hello, YouTube. Hello. It's good to see you. Wow, lots of news out today from them. Also, hitting the news today, various pop culture stuff. I'll be kicking that around with Sean. Here's the deal. We went to a planet and the biofilters didn't get everything out. So, somebody was messing around with the Orion dancing girls and they picked up something. I don't know who. Wasn't me because I'm still fine, right? I had to stay on the ship. And so basically the crew is on its way. Mr. Germ, he was actually he went to sick bay with new Trek fatigue, and you know, I shouldn't have slapped him, but I did. Okay, I'm sorry. But I thought if one could shame a new Trek victim, they could get them back a measure of their manlyhood. But no, all kidding aside, sirs and madams, it's great to see you. Germ will be back soon, and we have a banging episode of Deep Space Nine for you to talk about tonight. It's a weird one. Let's face it, Deep Space Nine always a weird show. Not the least grounded Star Trek show. Certainly that still goes to Voyager, but Deep Space Nine, it has its moments where it's just like, the hell are you doing, Sirach Lofton? The hell are you talking? With Quark, what the Garrick. A lot of episodes. I'm not gonna lie, this was like life was really happening. Sean says the same thing. We're not too far apart in age. Life's really happening at that part for us. Like, you're striking while the iron is hot. You're also going out 3 days a weekend, and like Star Trek time. Like sometimes on a Sunday night when Star Trek would roll around, I would still be out, and like Wednesday night, I would catch it when I remembered, but like at that point, like sometimes like Wednesday nights at my girlfriend's and like letting her watch whatever the hell she wanted because hey, she's great, right? So hello out there to everybody. Hello. Watch on the landscape stream if you want. It's ad free. The vertical stream though, you guys are great too. If everyone could hit the likes, there's a goal for tonight that we would love to get your cooperation on, and that is that we get 30 likes. That would be just absolutely awesome. Please help me out. It's free. It's not something that costs you any money, and it's something that you can create. Like you're the republic of you when you make a like, because it has some value. It says that you endorse the show. And then we can take that going forward with an impressive collection of shows. There's going to be some changes around here, but nothing that you won't like and nothing that you'll really notice. We're going to have a lot more uploads. A lot of you reacted well to the Miami Vice upload. Fantastic success with that. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting Miami Vice. And before we get into it, we have a poll. And Sean, by the way, Sean is going to be here in a few minutes. I think what happened was he had what did he say? He had a gopher and an armadillo fighting in his front yard, and he was going to go take care of it. He had to sort that out, so he'll be here. Gopher, I call him ardilla because that's the Spanish word for gopher. It's also real fun to say. As a New Yorker of Hispanic descent, I was walking down the street the other day, and this woman came up to me and said, "Sir," or she said, "Hombre," and I said, "I don't speak Latino. I'm Hispanic." and she didn't speak Hispanic. She only spoke Latino. It was terrible. I wish I could have given her directions, but couldn't understand a word she said. And how weird is it that the only Spanish people who aren't Latino are the ones born in Spain? Weird, right? We have the same thing kind of going on here. We have Hispanics and we have Latinos and we have the mirror and we have the other side of the mirror. And what we have is a mirror universe. And I see the transporter's about to turn itself on. I will let him remotely activate the transporter so I know that the sound situation is ready. But I just got word from the engine room from the transporter room that Mr. Carter is ready to beam up, and he's got his hand on the button. Buddy, beam yourself on whenever you're ready. Use the beam up sound and get your sound together. We've got as much crew as we've got tonight, but it's great to see you. This episode of Deep Space Nine brought to you by. There you go. Hello, sir.
Hold on, I gotta do the sound.
We have to do the sound effect.
Yeah.
I messed up. I thought you were going to trigger it. Sean came. You know what? This is Mirror Universe week 3. So Sean got to the show, and then the transporter went off. And the transporter, this time we finally go back to the Mirror Universe the right way, or the way we went there originally with a transporter accident. But it kind of makes sense with 80 years of stacking tech that the accident could be replicated. That's what they're doing. They're replicating the accident. Ion storms don't intersect with shocking regularity, as they said in Section 31.
No.
This episode, I'm going to ask you a question, and then we'll get into the episode analysis. We can't have the sun of Bajor start to collapse. There's only one solar system in Deep Space Nine, right? Unless we shoot the station through the wormhole and go to New Bajor. Try to hold out over there. Why the Bajorans put their colony on the other side of the wormhole is still beyond me. But on the other side of the wormhole, we got New Bajor, and whatever the space station in this episode, it's still in orbit of the planet. They don't have a wormhole. So their transporters have been reverse hacked not to do it. It's the one guy who could pull it off. That at least was thoughtful. But since you can't have
Smiley,
Smiley's the one guy who could pull it off at least the first time. Here's my question to you: since we can't blow up Bajor, right? Since we can't take out the planet Bajor by having the sun go supernova. See what I did there? I paused and I restated it in YouTube friendly terms for the upload we're gonna make. I thought that this is also subbing in for their naked times. I think there's a naked time element to this second Deep Space Nine. Kira is absolutely naked time Kira. She's more naked time Kira than Mira Kira.
I wish she was naked Kira.
She is naked Kira in the Intendant. We get to see her from behind, but I said this last time. We had people.
Look at this. My cup is dematerializing.
We're not really, you know what? Let's do ourselves a favor and enjoy that water.
It is water, by the way.
Yeah,
but there's some green on my cup, so it's like, ooh.
Yeah, cool. I can't see it. What do I have? I have my my glass tumbler. And hey.
Water.
We have our first. Let me play the incoming.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
Ruby Hoove, thank you so much. Ruby Hoove
see that.
With a one gift Admiral Teag membership. We're a little behind. And we have also a $2 super chat from Ruby Hoove. Thank you so much. We will have a fabulous evening. You have charmed us to a good start. And also what we're going to do is we are going to entertain you. And so with that, I'm going to just say we got the one guy who could do it. And you do believe that there's a naked time component to the mirror universe as per Deep Space Nine.
Explain that a little bit, because I'm trying to clarify what you mean.
In most other Star Trek, we don't do it in Voyager, but we do it in Star Trek and we do it in TNG. We go someplace where the star is collapsing and it makes the water molecules turn into alcohol or whatever, have the effect of alcohol. And everyone gets drunk in Star Trek by mistake, because we always get high by mistake in Star Trek. It's kind of one of the fun things that we do. Spores get shot on us or whatever. And it's just always kind of fun. Like Mr. Riley gets a little whacked out. By the way, is this not a great t-shirt?
Oh, the Admirals. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, your banner, your name tag was kind of blocking
My
it.
Admiral was blocking my Admiral.
Yeah. That's pretty.
I should
That's
try.
a ball club?
I think it's a Southeast hockey team. I think it's a
Oh,
hockey
okay.
team in Virginia. I thought they were called the Fighting Admirals. They dropped the Fighting. I would have loved to have a Fighting Admirals t-shirt, but you know what? Someone will start a team with that name one day. What I'm saying here is to let people get out of character and still be part of the show in a way that made sense. We give them the stage of the mirror universe to act out of control. For the mirror universe, I believe it was born out of Enemy Within. I believe Enemy Within was so good, they're like, we got to do this for everyone else.
Yeah.
We'll keep Kirk the same and we'll have everyone else go batshit. And that's what they did. And they're like, what, how do we play with this? And, great ideas like the Vulcans, they're kind of stoic and neutral in both in our universe. Like those traits would transfer. And it's a more ruthless Spock. He'll throw you in the agonizer booth, but he doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Like
why didn't we get a dickhead Tuvok in this one? I mean, we always have a dickhead Tim Russ.
We do have dickhead Tuvok in this one. Tuvok's in this one.
Yeah, I know he's in it, but he's kind of a normal guy, right?
Cool.
Like he's
because despite what we think of him, he's actually a decent actor, and I think he's actually a decent Star Trek actor.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not the hugest fan of Tim Russ, and I wish he would stop being so like absolutely vindictive on X. But wow, we have so many comments.
I muted him. I rarely mute it, but he's one of the few I've muted.
Let me take a look at our fan comment. We got so many going on right now, and let me just turn on live chat. Guys, always go up to the top of the chat browser and go to live chat. And hey, we have a Resolute germ sighting. Resolute, I hope you're doing okay. He has a case of the Rigelian flu. I don't want to tell you where he caught it on shore leave. We'll call it shore leave. The truth is, I caught him in sick bay with complaining about New Trek. And well, I slapped him.
Jonathan Hancock. I did not mute you. He was saying it's green. Yeah,
it's green.
The drink is green.
I got in trouble for slapping germ. It went all the way up to Doomcock, and it was only a personal letter of reprimand. It wasn't official, but that's the problem when your commander stops being an American, starts being an ally. No, just kidding. I'm my own commander and my own worst enemy too. You're not muted, Jonathan. And
no, I think he's just messing around.
Kind of John Wick in space. Hello to Sci-Fi Sith Dan, also known as the Sci-Fi Historian. It's good to see you. We have Resolute Germ, the great Semyon Gohan. Hello. The great John the Beagle Dad, the incredible and illustrious Rocco the Brave. Sean is in here with me and out there with you. We have Jonathan Hancock, my friend. We have Radioactive, Mr. House Party 6, and Ruby Hoove. I thank you all. We got the conversation going. Now let's swing into this episode.
By the way, real quick, everyone, we do have a video of what Teag did to Germ.
Shut up! You know what? We have two videos. I did this one too. Guys, you might not be used to the mirror universe, but here is someone who's uniquely qualified, I think, to orient you to the mirror universe. He teaches you how to speak in mirror speak, and he teaches you how to be a good employee. Here is working in the ore refinement chamber with our 47th and 45th president. Have you ever noticed that the 45th president looks a lot like the 47th president?
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Yeah, little older, but the 47th president's a little older. But here we go. Orientation with Dr. Bashir, Odo, and Mr. 47.
Sir, steam is better.
Sir, honestly, the dogs are better.
Sir, I have the man. Sir, my name is...
A Terran who doesn't know the rules.
Sir, we have to take orders.
Well, we'll see to it that he learns them. What's your designation?
Sir, could you give us a name?
Bashir, Julian.
Sir, my name is Razor. Sir!
Is that a joke?
Sir, would you please sign this order?
No jokes.
Sir!
I think that he speaks mirror better than anyone else.
Yeah, I missed it. I must have missed the other, or was this a new clip?
It was just slightly different than last week's.
Yeah, I like when you've got the Kirk going, sir.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You timed that one really well.
The starship. Yeah. Thank you. I'm getting better at the editing. Also, I re-recorded the birthday greeting to Doomcock. I'm not going to leak that one. I'll wait till his birthday. I feel like that's in poor taste. That's supposed to be a surprise to him. I think he will be surprised when he sees me. That one's going to surprise everyone. My Doomcock.
That was good. Cause you showed me, right? Is that the one, or are you going to redo it?
I redid it, but I redid it the same, but better. It was just, I delivered better.
I really liked it. It was very clean and it was fast. It doesn't thrown on, but it was perfect.
Shorter than it was supposed to be. This is what you don't want to do when you're invited to say happy birthday to someone in a short video. You don't want to go even 1 second over. You want to try to go under, and you don't want to try to have it be a career-making moment where you turn your career around and try to like be funny out of nowhere. Or that's called like upstaging the bride. You know what I mean? It's like it's someone else's day. You go there to pay them homage. You're not there to turn your career around, and you've already gotten enough prestige by being asked. You've been asked. You're going to be there. Like, guys, I will be on Pop Culture Breakdown in 2 weeks to say happy birthday to Doomcock. You're going to get, for those of you who don't know what I look like, you get to see my face. All right. So into the episode analysis we go. Welcome to everybody. And I just want to say there has been great struggle here and great strife on the final frontier and on the final frontier of social media, if you understand what I mean. And we have seen now a brand new outlook for how things want to go. And one thing I've been saying repeatedly was ever since I've been doing this YouTube game, the rules have been this. Once you figure out where the goalposts are, they move them every time. So you're never operating in a situation where you know exactly what's going on, but wow, look at that chat just chugging away. We'll try to engage as much as we can as we talk about this episode. Not much to say here as far as the beginning goes, but I will give Sean a way to sync up his viewing with me if you want to watch the kind of thing that I put on in the private chat. This week, guys, I'm going to be a lot more focused because I won't have JT and Sean cracking me up in the private chat with one insane fucking thing. You guys in the insane takes, if I ever submitted that private chat, if I ever took a fucking screenshot of that private chat and showed it to my shrink, I'm like, so these are my friends. He'd be like, oh, sir. Oh, sir, you may have a Trump Tower shrink, but I do not have the skill to cure you. You have to, sir, we need to call Albert Einstein.
You're just, you're lucky we can't post pictures in there.
Hey, Lombardi, Trek reviewer. Hello. And the dead man just got here. It's good to see everybody. We are not the real head cases here. Nerd, says Jonathan Hancock. What was a bummer to lose? What was it? Brian Carradine or something like Robert Carradine? Whichever one we lost. Like, it was a bummer. The head nerd. He was funny and he was an atypical Carradine, although when he played a cowboy, he played them well. So I enjoyed his performances. Too bad about him. But welcome to all of you. Let's jump into it. We're talking about racing voles, some sort of pesky creature that lives in the station that you're not allowed to bring to the station. I guess it's some sort of varmint from Bejor. What's your guess there, Sean?
I'm sorry. I was distracted. Say that again. I was trying because I'm trying to make you laugh in the private chat.
Oh, look, it was. How did you do that? Holy shit. Sean might be a genius. Can I put that in our real chat?
No.
I think I'll just put it on X.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think I'll just post it on X. This is what my co-hosts do to me in the private chat.
Oh, that one didn't turn out good.
That was great glitch art. All right, so
okay, ask your question again. I'm sorry.
I forgot. You cracked me up too bad.
It was something about the mirror universe.
Okay, in this mirror universe, we kind of go back there for the most normal way the first time, but I think in a long time, I think what I asked you is, do you think that there's a naked time component to it where we tell the actors, don't just be the opposite of yourself, like be over the top, more like Enemy Within Kirk than Mirror Kirk, who is just like, What is it you want, Spock? You want power? I can get your power, Spock. Like he's more like enemy within Kirk.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like we talked about this last week. I don't think everyone's just an opposite of who they were, because O'Brien's a nice guy in both. I think it's the people who have sought after powerful positions do it in a bad way.
Well, if you've bought into trying to advance yourself there, you absolutely have bought into like the worst ideas you can buy into. Yeah,
it's like they're just different. It's a lot more extreme. I think the extremes are more pronounced. Some people are real assholes. Some people are okay. Some people are the same. We see that with a couple characters in this episode. Yeah, it's just interesting. So I understand why they titled the first one Mirror Mirror, but we always refer to it as, but that's the only time they call it the Mirror Universe. It was in the title of the TOS episode.
Well,
they're just saying parallel.
Really, they just say mirror, mirror. Yeah, in the description for this one, they do use parallel. They do use parallel.
Well, even in the episode Mirror Mirror, they don't say the word Mirror Universe. They
say parallel universe.
A parallel,
Yeah, it's just like I'm ready for the Chili Peppers to start playing. Right? It's like, Spock could be deep inside of a parallel universe.
Yeah,
it's like space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement, Spock. Yeah, so Mirror O'Brien just sort of comes over and we're having a vol. Oh, that's what it was. We're having Sisko and Odo are dressing down Quark about him and Maug. No, not Maug. Morn are going to have
in the first episode, right?
In this episode, as we start, we have Quark and Sisko dressing down Quark for trying to have some kind of like.
Basically, I thought you said Odo.
Odo. I'm sorry,
Odo exploded.
Are dressing down Quark. Yeah, but we're this episode begins in the Prime universe. We still have Prime Odo.
Oh, okay.
So, in this episode,
yeah.
Well, for purposes of our review, sirs and madams, we'll call the Deep Space Nine of the Mirror Universe Terek Noir for this, and we'll call Deep Space Nine of the Prime Universe Deep Space Prime. Okay, so we're on Deep Space Prime, and like Prime Odo is talking to Prime O'Brien, and talking to Prime Sisko and Prime Quark. These are all our Prime Universe characters, original continuity characters. And what happens? They are talking about how Quark was going to have some animals fight, like bad stuff. And RRTNZ is in the chat, and he has sent one Admiral Teag membership, which has been picked up by Eric K. Mod. Hey, Eric K. It's good to see you, sir. And you look good in green. You look very good in green. It's great to see you. Thank you for helping me build my community. That's how we're going to survive. And, way to go, RRTNZ. I think RRTNZ deserves the Sir Remix one.
Sir, Steam is better.
Sir, honestly, the dogs are better.
Sir, I have the man. Sir, my name is Raisin. $1 billion, sir. $1.1 billion, sir.
Sir, he has a cold. Don't shake his head.
Sir.
I wanted to put that in. I was like, no Admiral Teag show. Like the best Admiral Teag show would have been me sitting in the captain's chair to talk. The best greeting to Doomcock would have been me sitting in a captain's chair in front of a screen with Nagilum on the screen and just be like, sir, happy birthday. I need a third of your subs, perhaps half. Guys, I want to thank the most dedicated YouTube community out there, the Admiral Teagians. You guys are a special lot. You carry the weight of a community 3 times your size, which is something that will be revealed. Big changes going on around here is pretty soon. You're going to see some things, and we'll burn one bridge as we come to it. Because really, last Thursday the river was on fire, but Admiral put it out in an episode behind the scenes. Sean, would you say that would be like, without getting into it, reminiscent perhaps of the alternative factor where Admiral Teag was like disappearing to fight like Mirror Teag for a while and then coming back? Like every time like I turned on my avatar, I'd come back more fucked up than the last. I was like, Teag, what's going on? You were evil on the left side when you left. Now you're evil on the right. And I was like, disappearing again, coming back, like, just like, ah. And like, while I'm disappearing to do what I have to do, like, I'm listening to Radioactive and Sean have this perfectly normal conversation between two people smarter than me. And it made me feel dumber than ever. It's like, we need to call Marco Rubio, sir. Which reminds me, for the moment, let's bring in Marco.
Well,
Marco
what you said, Marco, it reminds me of, you know who Marco Pierre White is?
No, I don't.
He's the guy who trained. He's the guy who trained Gordon Ramsay, and he was really bad. Like, he was a real asshole. He actually made Gordon Ramsay cry back in the day. And someone asked Marco about it, and he goes, "I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. Gordon Ramsay made himself cry."
Made him cry.
Yeah,
he made himself in the entire culinary world. He failed himself in the entire culinary world. There's nothing funnier than watching Brits when Brits start going full crazy.
Admiral
And yell,
Teag,
oh wow!
incoming super chat.
Radioactive Actual says, never go full mirror Teague. Radioactive, I sent you an email about the other night. You guys being there for me. Well, I know I was a pain in the ass, but it was nice to have some stabilizing influences telling me to calm down. Sean, did you have a few drinks after the show last night when you were explaining to me why I needed to calm down, or was I just that crazy?
I had a few.
Yeah, okay.
I woke up with a headache.
We weren't on the air. Like, here's the thing. Like, I think a lot of the symmetry on this show comes to the fact that we've all become real friends. Like, I look forward to these Saturday nights with all of you and with my friend down there, Sean. And, you know, we wish JT was here, but his priorities are all messed up. Family.
I know.
The next time someone says that they can't make the show for family reasons, I'm going to be like, do you have any siblings? Why? If you won't join us, perhaps your sister will. Radioactive says never go full mirror Teague. Next week, I think maybe because we are really just like getting deep into the woods with Deep Space Nine. Do you think that the Deep Space Nine mirror universe was meant to free the writers up? Do you think the writers didn't take it seriously? Like, we're going to the mirror universe. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Well, it feels like they were trying to make a different arc with this, because there's several stories that they keep going back to.
They laid a good foundation in case the first one did well. Yeah.
Well, it gives them a good chance to bring Jennifer in because Avery Brooks and that actress had good chemistry, and I think it was wise to have her kind of coming back. Gives us a chance to see Jake's character a little bit better, you know, because he encounters his mother later on. It gives him a lot of opportunities for writing. It does. And it gives us some kind of cool adventures things. You know, you can kind of put aside everything else and just watch this and enjoy them. I do want to go back to one thing you were talking about, our conversation on Saturday. I'll tell you guys all why I like having
Thursday.
Why I like having Admiral Teag and Radioactive as a friend, because backstage, you know, you have a real friend if they can say fuck you.
I think I said that a bunch of times.
If they can say fuck you, if you can feel it right, say, hey, you're losing your mind here, or you're wrong. You know, that's a real friend, and I mean that sincerely.
I was told that,
friend
and
is
then
someone
I said it back.
Yeah,
but I took it seriously.
Someone who will be okay to say no,
to do the right thing for your friend. And then, like, if you don't recognize that as the sign of a true friend, like, this person just like risked our friendship to tell me how they feel, and they don't care. Like, you know, they care about what's best for me, not about my ego. If you can get past your own ego, it's like you've just acquired like a truly good friend. And if that friend is also smarter than you, like my friend is, like, you're winning both ways.
Yeah, so, and you only have to risk. When you're saying risking you only have to risk it one time, because once you put the risk out there and everything stays good, then you know you're solid and you guys can just be honest with each other. So I enjoy it. It doesn't bother me at all. But I'm glad everything turned out. It was a long night.
Yeah, that was a long night, but you know what? It worked out, and we're happy about it. But we want to thank everybody, especially, you know, we know that there's some people here who would be better off, you know, doing other things at their time, who just can't stop watching. Hello to you too. It's nice to see everyone, though. I guess the way to put it would be like, hello to everyone, including the haters. But I love you all. Let's get into this one. Okay, time to finally jump in. It only took me like 13 minutes to set up the episode, right? We're talking in ops. We're talking about like some kind of illegal race with animals or a fight that Quark has decided to put on. He and Morn are in it together, and we get the typical Armin Shimmerman trying to like kind of work the system and try to get out from underneath what's going on. And what happens? What happens? Well, of course, what happens is
they're drawing racing stripes on the Rawl. Is it Rawl?
Vols.
Vols.
It was a really good name to choose because it gets across right away that there's some kind of like varmint from, I'm guessing from Bajor, right? They're a Bajorian varmint. And he's like,
yeah,
Captain Sisko, Vol infestations are infamously common on the station. And he's just like, you dick. And
see, what they should have done is after they put these stripes on the back of these varmints, had a skunk fall in love with them.
I told everybody that you were late for the show because you had to sort out a fight between an armadillo and a gopher in your driveway.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
Well, she says, I've noticed that Teag talks in nearly as many metaphors as the TNG Darmok episode Shaka when the bot swarms. Sir, his raisins open, or even Patton, his algorithm helmet unfurled. How about Pride, his flag in the weather? I mean, Pride weather is funny. But you know what? Here's the thing. I saw this movie a long time ago when Howard Stern was still funny and relevant, called Private Parts. In that movie, one of the things that happened in the movie was, and I noticed this because within 3 or 4 years, he went to Sirius FM and he was never funny again. What happened was Howard Stern was funny because he had limitations on him and he leaned into the censorship. Blankadoodle-doo is funnier than just saying cockadoodle-doo. It simply is funnier. The roundabout build-up, the implication, the fact that it's like the return to the naughtiness of 6th grade. Once you just start saying dropping F-bombs left and right, and I'll limit them tonight because it's all about quality now here. And, I'll limit the dropping the F-bombs. But, if you're dropping F-bombs left and right and being real profane, it's not as clean and not as crisp. It doesn't work as well. But, if you call the guy, gay, and you call him Mr. Gayweather for like 2 years, one, you're going to start to show up on certain spectrums and get flagged in a certain way. But the other thing is this, like, there's nothing wrong with being gay and there's nothing wrong with Mr. Mayweather's character, but there's also like calling him that would be rude. So Mr. Prideweather kind of ribs him and doesn't really mess with that group of people too much. And we have, even when the true number finally gets revealed, we have too many people who watch this to not have a couple, and we don't care. We think you're cool too. Like, it doesn't matter to us. Like, you love Star Trek. That's all we care about. So the Vols are obviously some kind of problematic species. They want them off the station. They're not like, they're lower life forms, like they're moles, or they're like weasels, or they're rats. They're going to eat the food on the station, and they're going to race them or fight them or whatever they're going to do. And they're sci-fi like pests. And Mirror Quark and Mirror Odo take off. And it's at that moment that that O'Brien walks in out of uniform, and he's got his great little. He looks like he went to Garrick and said, I'm feeling particularly dickish tonight, Captain. Garrick, dress me like Odo. Dress me like Quark. He's like, I have a outfit that Quark didn't pick up. I can share. I can give that one to you, and you can just it's an animal print like all the stuff that Quark buys. But him. That's Quark for you. So
you know what I found? What I didn't think an image existed. So I found an image of a Vol.
Did you? Go ahead
and
share it. Oh, you did share it. There it is. Whoa. Okay. I guess they are on the station a lot. They are pretty good with their own lore. You got to give them that. There are a couple of minutes here where this episode like maybe slightly drags a little bit, or maybe I'm not like the wildest I've ever been about any Star Trek episode. But at the same time, there's enough real good parts in this episode. How you could go to the Mirror Universe and have it slightly drag, I don't know, but they do. They manage to get it to be just a little bit of a drag sometimes here and there. But I did watch it like 5 times today trying to figure this out. So I hope you have more insights than me. Odo and Quark walk away to kind of deal with the Vol infestation, and then let's get a look at it. It's our friend Mirror Miles, and I'm talking about Mirror Miles in the mirror
with Mirakira.
Mirakira. Mirakira sounds like Myrna Turner from The Odd Couple, doesn't it? Mirakira. Yeah. All right, show us your Mirakiras. Here we go. There's Mirror O'Brien, but like we don't know it and they don't know it yet. Although like he's conspicuously out of uniform. Something that he even wears at home. Like O'Brien wears his uniform to sleep. He's like he's Starfleet all the way. It's like
because Keiko doesn't want to see him out of it.
You're trying to make the water come out my nose. Okay, so yes, but no, he's Starfleet all the way, and I imagine O'Brien like as the guy like. He doesn't care about his hair, his appearance too much, but he's like making sure his pips are right and he's making sure his uniform's correct, even though he's going to go crawl around in filthy, dirty Terek Noir or Deep Space Nine. Mm-hmm. So Odo and Quark being gone gives you a big help, really helps out. And this O'Brien knows to deal with Quark. He was a major player over in the Mirror Universe, and he's a dick. Hello, old no soul. It's good to see you. The eyeless ones are watching. It's good, because where I'm going to take you, you won't need eyes. You know, Star Trek did it first. Event Horizon is a little bit the Mirror Universe, although that's like the BDSM Mirror Universe, but that is also a Mirror Universe. So there we have Mirror Miles. He looks like the madman he is. What can I tell you? And he jacks Sisko, and I love his mirror phaser. His mirror phaser, it looks brutal. I guess it's a Cardassian weapon. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's a hybrid of all different weapons. It's got the heat shield in front of a phaser, a TNG era phaser. It's got a pistol grip like the Bajoran weapon and like so many other weapons. It's got the really overly built up trigger guard that guards your whole hand so you can do some good punching with it. I like the brass knuckles built into my pistol. If I was a new Trek captain, this would be like my backup piece, and I'd also pull it out to like slug people in the face. Because if you're a captain on a new Trek ship, you got to walk in there and send a message right away. And just be like the first person. It's like, all right, you know what? I'm your new captain, Ortegas. You know, warp factor 3, and it's like, did you just roll your eyes at me, bitch? All right. Anyone else got any fucking funny shit to say? See, I'm glad I saved my F-bombs. We had gotten about a half hour into the show. Hopefully that one just goes by the board. But you know what? I love his mirror phaser. It's really cool. And he's just like, this one, we don't even want to spend a lot of time explaining it. Like, we have never really explained the Mirror Universe too well. In fact, the most details we got about the back and forth was in the last episode. Spock and Kirk give us the first breakdown. Then we get another breakdown on the mechanics and how they redesign their transporters on the Mirror side because of all the chaos the incursion caused. So in a way, they validate that this has to be the same Mirror Universe because they met a Kirk who did the same things that the Kirk in question of our universe said and did. And Spock, gosh darn it, he almost pulls it off. It's a good 3 or 4 years on Earth before it collapses. Now they're trying to buy that back. We find out things are kind of okay on Terra for most people, especially lately, getting better. The only Terrans that are really all messed up are the ones that we have in this quadrant. The ones on Earth are doing a lot better. So Sisko has come to be the leader of the Mirror universe. I guess you would call them Federation. They're the Maquis. They don't have a Federation. They have basically a Maquis, which is why it makes total sense when after they beam out Sisko, and first of all, their beam out were you disappointed in the beam out?
No, because they're using the DS9 transporter.
Right, but they don't change it at all.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Well,
not say red.
Well, they're beaming out using the actual DS9 Prime universe. transport.
Right, that's true. So when they beam away, is it a different effect? Is it like red and orange?
Yeah, at
again?
the end of the episode, we'll have to look and see if that one's different.
That would be interesting. So I'm just going to say I was disappointed because he had to hack the transporter anyway, right? It should have been different and weird. I don't know if it's just a little different. The way the ions are swirling instead of having the cascading from top to bottom look, maybe that's different. But every Star Trek show has had a different like take on the transporter.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah, like in the original series, they swirl. In Deep Space Nine, they swirl. In TNG, it sort of rains, and in Enterprise, it's really weird. And in Voyager, like two beams of light appear in the middle of your thorax and just move up to the in either direction, and like then you just wink out. Like it's almost like a warp effect got reprocessed for the Deep Space Nine transporter. That's my least favorite one. It also is my least favorite sound. How about you?
Yeah, I didn't care. That transporter sound is just. They should have installed Federation transporters on there.
I was saying the Voyager is my least favorite. You're saying in Deep Space Nine had your least favorite? I don't like the Voyager transporter. It's too brief. It's too weird. It's not as cool. It looks like it looks a lot like the warp speed effect. You just warp out of there with the Voyager transporter.
But I
also,
get that they wanted to, because the Voyager is supposed to be a little more advanced than anything, because it was
their fucking holodeck and their transporter certainly aren't anywhere near as advanced as everyone else's. Their holodeck and their transporter are not advanced at all.
On Voyager?
If I was the captain of the Voyager, it wouldn't have been a whole season for me to say, sirs, we cannot hang out on the holodeck anymore. No, go in there. Sorry for the minimal vocabulary. No problem, sirs and madams. John the Beagle Dad says, is talking about back and forth. Guys, we love the side conversations. And I love that you guys are keeping up the conversation, keeping the chat brisk. We get to Terek Noir. It's not Deep Space Nine. It's not Deep Space Nine. Okay. It's Terek Noir. Terek Noir is significantly different. Terek Noir doesn't have a wormhole. And then we have the opening of our episode. I'm not going to get too deeply into the slideshow, except to say, who doesn't love the Deep Space Nine opening? It's always a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And Sean, just quick thoughts on the Deep Space Nine opening. Very different from our other openings.
It's awesome, and I think it gets better every season, right? Especially when we see the Defiant come into it. In the Defiant, we get a flyby, but that's not this season, right? Isn't it season 4? Or do we have the Defiant by this time?
We don't have the Defiant. Worf shows up in our next Mirror Universe episode.
I think the DS9 intros, well, it's a tie between that and Voyager. The intro for Voyager is just amazing. You really get that.
Voyager is the best intro because the theme song is so.
Yeah, it all ties together. But DS9 is pretty good. It gets better and better. In fact, I think someone made a 4K version of it. Like they remastered
the 4K beginning of Deep Space Nine is absolutely badass. I was just my thought is this: they did something that I would never do. They gave instructions to Jerry Goldsmith. Just let the master do his work. Hello, Canadian Mike 7434.
Is that person on the green side of things?
They are on the blue side of things.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, hello to you all, and
I'm munching on these peanuts. These are really these peanuts I'm eating. My hairstylist gave me a handful of them. Someone that they knew, they're like roasted with garlic. They're fucking delicious.
Now let's all be nice out in chat.
V'ger was my favorite 6 of 9. Oh, I think is that a subtle dirty joke?
I don't know. It's a good one though.
I mean,
it was my favorite 6 of 9. Oh my! Oh my! We were joking around about
6
V'ger
of 9 on a V'ger is fun. Yeah, that is true.
We were joking about V'ger today. So when we get to Terek Noir, after Sisko orients himself, what they do is they spare us. Like they lean into the character traits. He's like, am I in the parallel universe? He's like, oh, you're smart. He's like, is my mirror double here? He's dead. He's like, oh, he's like, I need you to replace him. He's like, I'm not staying here. He's like, I'm glad you asked. I'm not going to make you stay here. But I do need you to impersonate your mirror double who's dead for a little while. And like, he doesn't lose much sleep over the fact that he's dead, but he finds out that in the mirror universe, Mirror Cisco is also somewhat heroic. And I wish they had had a little more familiarity with him, because he just falls into character of someone he's never met, who's supposed to be nothing like him.
Yeah, well, we could probably assume that O'Brien gave him some lessons, like, this is how he talks, and like coached him. But
Off
we didn't
screen,
need to
he's
see
like,
that.
yeah, you're quite the swaggering wild man.
Yeah, and he probably mimicked his voice because he, like when he goes, like he does a lot of those pirate kind of sounds, like, arr. He
Even
probably
Dax
coached him.
I think even Dax is like, what made you decide to be like a pirate for Kira?
Wait,
for the intendant.
I have to admit, so when I watched this episode today, I did more listening to it because I was driving. So did Dax and Cisco hook up? Did he actually lay pipe?
It seemed to me.
Because like they kind of fast forward, and they're not as dressed as they were before, right?
Right.
That's a little. I wonder how he felt with that. He seemed to play his role pretty quickly.
Oh, wow. And I'm so pleased we got 2 people who have joined the show since we started. That's quality entertainment for you folks.
Awesome.
Canadian Mike, you might be one of them. Aaliyah was my favorite cyborg. She was one of the top hottest. Pris and Zora, give her a run for her money.
I am not a fucking asshole.
Let's talk about your asshole a little bit. Oh yeah. Let's obviously a censor. obviously what you think it is, Captain. Captain, please. Spock, she's still Delton. Her robot pheromones have me going nuts.
When she comes up and Kirk looks at Spock and points to the sensor, Spock's original line is, "She had a tracheotomy, Captain. She smoked a lot."
She might have. Poor woman did not make it to like 67 or something like that.
No.
She passed away pretty young.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know how much. How old Perseus Kamada? I'm not sure how old Perseus Kamada was when we lost her.
Let's look it up. How did she die? I like that Google's AI actually, you could just type in actual questions and it comes back. She died in 1998 at 49 years old. A heart attack. Passed away in Mumbai. Wow. 49 from a heart attack. You're muted, Admiral.
I think that's called either you had some help from Bolivia or you had a really bad genital defect that never got caught. And who among us has hit
Did
50
you say
and
genital?
Not caught? Congenital, isn't that the word I wanted to use? Yeah.
I thought you said a genital defect.
I did. It was a mistake.
Oh.
You had a congenital birth defect that got missed or something in your heart if you go out at 49. Or you had some help from the Bolivians. I would hope that it was Bolivians since it's such a young age. Hopefully you had fun. The oldest woman in your town is 102 and asked that she said she drank and smoked and fucked every day. Well, she's crazy because she's 102, but she's still probably drinking and smoking. She's like having sex with a ghost like Bev did.
Oh,
but
it was a long-term heart disease. She had bypass surgery in 1983. Oh, and a heavy smoker. So it was a
wow. Yeah, she had one eventually.
There's no evidence that she visited Bolivia.
Oh, too bad. You know what? She was going to Bolivia if she smoked that much. Nothing went with that, like 400 or 500 cigarettes an hour. Remember? I mean, we were both young once. Kind of makes your nose itch just thinking about it. All right. So what I love about the Mirror Universe is it's always Pride Week. What do I mean? Color War at Summer Camp. Everyone puts on their flair. You've got your mirror flair. Like everybody, like in the Mirror Universe, the one thing that's been consistent is people love their branding and their badging. And like Mirror Jennifer is not very big on the Mirror Universe, the Terran Empire, the Alliance, or anything else. She's like, she did all right with the Terrans. She had the same kind of life that Julian had. That's why they didn't like him. And she did all right there, but like she wears her faction badge and it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
And you can see it. I don't get this one. It's too big, but whatever. The Mirror Universe, it's a prideful place. They're really arrogant. And even Smiley, he's so much meaner than O'Brien. He won't hurt someone, but he'll do shit that's ruthless. And I had to think on this one. Because everything was on the line and his cause is on the line, Mirror O'Brien is close. Smiley is closer to O'Brien than most other characters. He's not much opposite. So it's not just Vulcans, but it's not just Vulcans, but it's very even-keeled humans who are the same in both universes.
Yeah, it's weird now that the Terrans are the good guys here now. Like Earth has become the oppressed, and we're supposed to feel sorry for them now.
Yes, the Earth's kind of in trouble, and we're supposed to feel bad for it now. But hey, Mira Jennifer and Mira Kira, there she is in all her glory, daughter of celebrity dancer Sid Charisse. It's Mira Kira, ladies and gentlemen. Mira Kira, whose mother danced with the likes of Fred Astaire. But Mira Kira, she is always on the make. Her engine's always running. And she digs lusty swab Mira Cisco. It's hard to explain. Sean, what did you think of this whole like Roman Emperor thing that the intendant has set up? She's got a bunch of guys. She's got Mira Cisco.
That's not Cisco. Right
this
there.
Is not Cisco right now, but she's dating Mira Cisco as well.
She's with the Mira Montel Williams here.
Montel Williams is actually Prime Universe Cisco.
Yeah, she's got her own little studio DS9 going on.
When is Pike season 4 coming out?
September, I believe.
No, I heard it's Memorial Day.
Oh, is it?
Around Memorial Day.
Soon?
I know. Sean's like, damn, I was hoping to have a nice summer. They're going to ruin one. You know what? Those are some of the best streams, though. Can you imagine the like just.
Oh,
July. I felt
23rd.
like Star Trek was dead, and we were mocking them from Star Trek Valhalla. It's like, look at these fools and their stupid Star Trek show. Anyway, we're like, believe it or not, right on schedule at about 25% of the way through our episode. Mira Kira's got a fondness for Mira Cisco. There's Mira Jennifer. Here's one thing. We got her in a great face here. Let's just keep it because this is great. She's making her duck face or whatever. Here we go. Mira Jennifer is a lot like she's kind of perfect. She's just sort of a replicant of Prime Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
But what is better here is in season 1 when we saw her on Gilgo Beach on Long Island, where Cisco goes to relax. Of all the places in the world, Long Island's serial killer beach. He goes there to relax and hang out. All the places in the world. And he has to know about it because he's from the future. So it's like, hi, did you go on the true crime tour? Did you go on the walking tour of the places where they found the different victims of the LISK? And you know what? Just proving statistics is Alec Baldwin's brother, who knows 2 killers. He knew the Long Island serial killer, and he knows his brother. So everyone knows 2 killers. What can I tell you? And I guess Alec Baldwin knows himself and probably knows that guy because I think they all went to the same high school. But Jennifer in the Mirror Universe, it's about 3-4 years since we've seen her. This actress has gone from 24 to 26. She looks older. She looks different, and she looks like a woman now rather than a young girl. They had her bloodied and obscured by smoke when we saw her at Wolf 359. So that was just a quick look. At the beach, it was a little creepy because Ben Cisco is like 50, and it's like,
yeah.
Oh.
But a lot of this is
the
hair.
Talking to the 19-year-old girl. Well, it's the 80s.
Yeah, but a lot of this is the hairstyle that makes her look a little older.
they were cognizant of the fact that she needed to look like she could be married to Cisco now. So, hats off to hair and makeup and wardrobe for working hard together to make this character. Hats off. We love you, our wardrobe friends. Our wardrobe people did a wonderful job here. And so did our makeup and hair friends by making this actress, who's 26 by this point, look like she's about 30, 31. But you look the same at 31 as you do at 26. She's so much prettier than Cassidy, honestly. But here's the deal. They made her look about 10 years older than she did 4 years ago. So they doubled the time, which is pretty good with someone this young. Do you mostly look the same at 31 as you do at 26? I'm going to be honest, you almost can't tell. You have to look real hard, and then even then your chances ain't so good. The guys at the carnival won't guess you if you're like under like 35. Then it's easy. It's like, you're 35. No? Oh, you're married and you're 20. I get it. Yes. All right. Sir. Congratulations with that, sir. All right. So Mirror Jennifer is a scientist. She's working on, what's her secret weapon? Is she working on
some kind of a sensor array to detect them in the Badlands, I think is what it is.
Which is weird, and I don't know why we really need it because we control this whole area of space, but I guess Cisco and his space pirates, Lusty Swab, Mirror Cisco, and his space pirates are hanging out in there and using it as cover. So if the sensor array is built, all hope be lost. So Mirror Jennifer, and here we got, Mirror Montel is just pridefully feeding Mirror Kira. Mirror Kira just enjoy that. Like, you know what? If you're going to eat that peach, baby, what can I tell you? We do a good job of objectifying her here. So here's the question. We gratuitously saw Mirror Kira for a long period of time in a state of somewhat undress. The intended may, in fact, have that. A feature film of Deep Space Nine isn't coming. I've heard that the two things are a separate. The two Paramount movies planned for Star Trek are a separate cast in a different time frame, possibly past the end of the Next Generation movies. And the other possibility I heard was Voyager comes home. Don't make that movie. No one wants to see them at all anymore. I don't want to see Robert Picardo, and I don't want to see Tim Russ. I don't want to see Tim Russ. Okay. He is talented, though. Is there a chance that if you release the movie, when I go see it anyway, because I will, that he manages to recapture me with his character? He was really good. Sean, what was your impression? Now you see how unhinged he could be. What do you think of Tim Russ's acting ability?
I think I'm more impressed with his acting now. Because he can actually play a sane person.
Yeah, it's when he acted crazy. It's when he's playing sane that he's doing the acting. It's when he's acting normal that he is doing the acting. So here's Mirror Kira enjoying some fruit, manna straight from heaven. What can I tell you? It's manna straight from heaven. And Mirror Jennifer, just you can tell the intendant is off-putting to her, and she plays shocked well. This young actress does a good job. I don't know how much work she did. I did not follow up on her. We have a great moment of Mirror Kira here. Mirror Kira looks like she's been hitting the sauce right there. She's we just caught her in a movement, but it's funny, so we'll show you. Why not? Whoops. Sometimes, get out of my chair. Sometimes you get these moments, like we just had here on this show, where in a freeze frame, beautiful Nana Visitor looks a little weird because she's derping out because she's in the middle of blinking. And we saw people just walk around like this in New Trek. Every freeze frame was like this in New Trek. So Mirror Kira looks hilarious.
What you all don't know is what Teag does on the side for money is he makes political ads. So he's able to find those freeze frames where they just people look at the worst.
Alex Kurtzman promoting the Democratic Party, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why they keep getting their asses handed to them. If you want to get rid of one political party, just have Alex Kurtzman make their ads. I've said it before. Here's Cisco's ship. I guess it's the same. His ship has been destroyed, but I dig the Mirror ship. Whatever it is, the Compliant. Would be the Mirror Defiant? We don't have the Defiant yet. We don't have anything
else.
Compliant would be the Mirror Defiant. It's not opposite world, although in this universe
it looks like a Maquis ship. It almost looks like the Maquis.
It looks like the Maquis ship from the what's the first episode? It looks like it looks like the ship from the Caretaker from Voyager. Yes.
In fact, it's probably the same back shot.
I think it is.
I'm sure it's the same
shot of the aft part of the ship, and we see
new
I
ship
love
there.
the various tornadoes we have in the Badlands. If we do a special edition of this and don't go crazy, intensifying the tornadoes and stuff and the cyclones that we have for our European friends who don't speak American, the cyclones that we see off in the distance, intensifying them without having them go crazy and take over the scene. Like, don't put one between us and the ship, but intensify the one in the distance. That's the way to do it. And don't mess with the interiors again. They found the magic formula through austerity of budget in Star Trek with the TOS special edition. Only a couple of them are a real disaster. When we get to the Mirror Universe, Prime Cisco is perfectly ready to impersonate his mirror duplicate. Look at Prime Cisco. Look at him there. He is got his phaser. He's carrying it backwards, which is not unheard of in the Prime universe. We've seen a couple of people even on TNG. I think Prime Riker carries his phaser backwards.
Well, usually it's your backup weapon that has going the other way because you have to cross over to grab it. So you want to grab it with the
transition, so to speak.
Yeah.
Usually your backup weapon is carried to be cross drawn. Is that the way it's expressed?
I think so. At least that's what I think. I don't.
You cross draw your weapon.
Yeah.
In the mirror universe, everybody's duplicitous. I like it because it's sort of like in Star Wars where the Emperor fights with an underhanded attack. It's the same thing. This fighting style shows his personality.
Yeah, and guys, there's one thing I wish they would have done with Mira Cisco.
What's that, Sean?
Mira Cisco. If they should have known that Avery Brooks was going to shave his head and grow the goatee, that would have been cool. If Mira Cisco had the shaved head and the goatee, and when Prime Cisco gets there, they have to shave and say, "Hey, we got to make you look like him," and then he go "I like this look. I'm going to keep it." Because I love Cisco. Once he gets the goatee and the shaved head, he's way cooler.
It's like, I dig this look. Did they use the Mirror Universe to transition his hair?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because Mirror Cisco is gone. He's deleted by this point. So he looked like that.
Then we have our mandatory conversation about the transporter and how, I'm the only one who can hack it to get you back. And Cisco doesn't want to go messing with the timelines. It's a little bit of temporal Cold War type, neurosis. And he says, you know what, let's go down to the planet. We've got, our standard paper mache cave from Star Trek. And we're going to have our standard resistance meeting here. And Nog is pretty much in charge now. He's taken over.
Quark, isn't it Rom?
Rom, has taken over. And he is now the head of the resistance in the absentia of Cisco, who I guess they don't know. Only Smiley knows the fate of Cisco, or they think he's dead and they're going to make it seem like he survived, I believe is what happens. So they're going to pull a live Cisco out of the bag, but there and back, there he is. Tuvok is there. And it makes sense that Tuvok would be there. And this helps their mirror universe to look like it's the Maquis and it's its own faction. I thought it was really kind of cool. So I liked that they used this character. And there's Mirror Julian looking just like the guy who plays Baltar.
That's why I was so confused that I thought it was him. I really thought it was him. I was thinking about that earlier today, and I'm surprised you guys didn't.
That was a great tangent.
Yeah.
We don't do shit like that. Like for instance, when I made you laugh so hard you passed out, I didn't make it into a short. It would have been too fucking mean, but it was still
it would have been great if I was on camera when that happened. You just see me.
Even if you were on camera, I would have actually edited that out of the stream. I don't want, and I think actually we might have we run the risk of getting in trouble. You know what I mean? If someone gets hurt on stream. So that's a big no-no. If you actually, I'm not saying if you slip out of your chair and get up, you're in trouble. I'm saying streams where people get hurt, or where people upload images of people getting hurt, you get in trouble. Touch my lobes. Okay. Yeah. The ancient art of Umox. It's so great to see everyone here. And we've got a Maquis cell on the planet because we have no Federation, and it just absolutely makes sense that this would be what happens, and that the best you would have is the Maquis. There is good stuff in here mixed in with the dumbness. What is the dumbness? That Smiley shows up and jacks Cisco right out of fucking ops. He couldn't jump him in the hallway. He couldn't have gotten.
Well, no,
he
had to be near the transporter.
They have other transporters.
Well, yeah,
they have other transporters.
But he doesn't know when Cisco's going to be near one of those. So he knows there's a transporter near him in ops.
Look,
just go in there.
If Mirror Cisco if Prime Cisco can guess with high accuracy a 5-degree pin code from Mirror Cisco, then Mirror O'Brien can figure out where the transporters are, or ask, like the first thing you'd be like, I thought we might have a talk while I went to fine tune the Heisenberg couplings on the transporters in the cargo bay, sir. It's like, what are you talking about? And then at that point, he like stuns him. Like, he's like, all right, where's the fucking cargo bay? Or, where's the transporters? But having him jack him in front of everybody made everyone look weak. So that was like weak sauce right there. But in the mirror universe, things get better right away. We step off the transporter. We have our ethical conversation. We do just enough exposition. We find out that this Cisco is always going to be up to speed. We go down to the planet. It's the same cave that Bev hung out with her resistance fighters in that weird IRA. And by IRA, I mean Irish Republican Army, I think was the analogy in that one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they weren't being all that unprincipled in their resistance until the analogy left our world behind. Well, and they didn't have Irish accents. They made them different enough, those aliens, near-human aliens.
There were fine people on both sides there, for sure.
That's exactly what happened. And then we get, she's gorgeous. It's Mira Dax.
Yeah, I love the short hair.
She looks so sexy with this. Did they leave it for the rest of the season? Does she have it forevermore? I mean, it's not undoable, but do they make her wear like extensions? Because Mira Julian has extensions.
I really don't know. DS9 is there's still episodes I haven't seen.
That's what I like about it. And people said, why'd you stay away from it? Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, I shouldn't put that up, but it's not the worst thing. I've been drinking too many beers and tripped while getting out of my car as a passenger. I hope. Does that count? Yeah, it counts. It counts. Just be careful. Don't drive. We need every real sub we can get. We love you. So, you know what? Like, we care about you. So don't drive drunk. And there's also other people out there. Be careful. So I'm sure you were just a passenger. Don't worry about it. It happens. Or maybe you got drunk and went to the car to make like one of those phone videos. Because I think some of those people ranting in their car might just, in fact, be drunk. What do you think, Sean?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I was typing a message to you.
No problem.
Can you repeat that?
I think some of the people ranting in their cars might just be drunk.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
And wow, she looks beautiful. She looks a little bit like the chick they keep drawing in the Aeon Flux cartoons of the time.
Yes.
And why she wasn't in the Aeon Flux movie is beyond me, except that Aeon Flux never had any story. It was just aesthetic. It was all aesthetic.
And why wasn't Dax wearing fishnet and or black skin tight leather?
Yeah, she was dressed somewhat tastefully, but at least her clothes were form-fitting. So Smiley and Cisco have sort of a working relationship at this point, and they get along better than you'd think. And then, we got her derping out too. Terry Farrell can't be allowed to stay looking like, there we go. Oh boy, look at, she just looks beautiful. And
she can make that face all day.
She's wearing seasons 1 and 2. Let's just say, she's thrown her chest out with pride, and not the kind of pride Mr. Prideweather has. With pride, and you know what? Back on that tangent, there is the joke, right? Mr. Prideweather's funny. Mr. G Weather, that's just mean after a while. After once or twice, it becomes hateful. You can say it once or twice in context, but if we had done that all year, we would have been dicks. We could find out a way. Like, it becomes an opportunity to be funny. And with Howard Stern, once he was unrestrained, he was never funny again. But yeah, there she is looking sultry. Yeah, because
being restricted makes you be more creative.
We had to be creative.
And it works with everything: budgets, permissions, boundaries.
Look how many great episodes of Star Trek we got from Gene Roddenberry not insisting that they had to go in the They had to go visit the planet with the detachable saucer section in every episode, or go with it when he went back to his own show, right? When he got the show back, he didn't go with it Next Generation. He knew to move on from that one. But no, I'm saying hello to everyone over in Greener Pastures where we are transmitting, and I can see we have only a couple of people watching. Well, you know what? The conversation will continue there in a little while when we absent ourselves from here. But as we can see, Terry Farrell looking beautiful, and so Cisco, he's got to take one for the team. What can I tell you, right, Sean? Sometimes you got to do.
I know he sacrificed, man. Like,
yeah,
he fell on that grenade for sure.
He was, so I guess this. I let me do my. Let me put this one to the Kurtzmanizer, and that's why my Cisco is gay, because he was with old man. See what I did there? See what I did there? Because it's actually a man. Because
I like that you give him like a Daffy Duck.
I try to talk like Sylvester Pussycat.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Sir, I have an idea for a new Star Trek show that you might find enjoyable. That's Daffy Duck. I'll do that. That's actually like I combine Daffy and Sylvester. It's my Steven Spielberg. Like this is my impression of Steven Spielberg taking his adopted kid to the Museum of Black History. Fun. It's all leading up to the day that we get on YouTube and the dead man sends us a super chat. Let's play this.
Admiral Teag,
Thank you, Sean.
incoming super chat.
Dead man with a generous $4.99 super chat says, I did a review of Shattered Mirror on my channel and I watched it. You were there. Have you done that episode yet? We're going to get there. I have some things to say about that episode. I'm going to rewatch your take before I get there. I believe that's the next one. This one is Through the Mirror. Through the Mirror? Yeah. So at any rate, let's get through our plot synopsis, and we'll give our thoughts before the Greener Pastures where we'll score. But you guys we'll end this with your scores, the audience scores, and then we'll be in Greener Pastures. It'll be fun, and we'll continue the conversation. For everything, turn, there is a platform. See what I'm saying? You can say things without saying it. Sometimes it's the spaces between the notes, as musicians say. We've got our usual bad guy back on the spot. What happened? What happened to Gul Garrick? We've got Gul Dukat back. Or is
that was Garrick.
Gul Garrick, you're right. Sorry.
He's less tailory in this one.
Jerk face. Here she is again, Mirakira. In the Ore Processing Center. She's having an argument. Yeah, I love it. She's having
I think because we were talking about it, I think it is kind of going like she's a Caesar, I think that, like you said, she was in her little Caesar
empire
harem, and this is almost like a thin little circlet, because
they wove several TOS episodes together to make this mirror universe that they use here. Mm-hmm. One is of Bread and Circuses. Another is the alternative factor, because they're more opposite than they are in other episodes, in other mirrors. And the last one would be, I said it, Naked Time. So Naked Time would be the last one. And the Dead Man, thank you so much for your generous $4.99 Greenlandian greenback super chat. Thank you, sir. We are loving having so many of you here. You know what? We're just getting into the hot part of the show. Watch, because we are going to be out of here early, and then there'll be a clear channel for people on the other fleet. If you want to stay on YouTube, we will be moving to Greener Pastures where we will continue the conversation. We will invite you there with us. We'll bring the link, but if you want to stay here, that's cool too. That's fine. However, I do think that streams like this will be more there than here in the future. But you know what? Still a great place where we are. We're loving it being here with you on YouTube. And here's Mirror Dax. Oh man,
I'm going to take a screenshot of that.
You don't have to. It's the title for tonight's show.
Oh. Nice.
Yes. In fact, you know what?
Was this
Someone
after her
really
augmentation? Had she had augmentation?
That's why I'm saying she really threw her chest out with pride.
Yeah.
So someone here has some things to say.
Sir, steam is better.
Sir, honestly, the dogs are better.
Sir, I have the man. Sir, my name is Razor. $1 billion, sir. $1.1 billion, sir.
Sir, he has a cold. Don't shake his head.
Sir.
Oh, and he comes back as a pack lead.
Yeah.
All right.
I actually need to step away for a couple minutes, but I'll leave Starscream
All
up
right.
here.
I'll go fast forward on the plot synopsis for our friends at home, and then Sean will come back in a few minutes, and we're getting ready to roll into the last 45 minutes of our episode here today. And the last half, we have just sexy time for a long time with Terry Farrell and Lusty Swab Benjamin Sisko. I love saying that, like Lusty Swab Armin Tamzarian from The Simpsons. Kind of, he's like their mirror character. She just lays on her arms here, so you're not missing much, but she does look really, really, really beautiful. When she shows off the goods, I will obviously show them to you because 100% red-blooded man here. All right, so a rather doleful council. We are not cool with some things that happen, and we seem to get confirmation that Quark is dead. I don't know how we do 3 more mirror episodes with this crew and still get to, have it make sense without bringing Quark into the mirror universe. It needs him. So we're having a conference. It's the reverse of the conferences, Deep Space Nine. Of course, Tuvok has to be there. He's on his phone, just tweeting away, not really bothering anyone. And this is where Julian kind of makes a move on Sisko. And Sisko, on impulse, knows that he has to hit him. And he throws him up against the wall, chokes him a little bit, yells at him, and, does a really good channeling of his mirror persona. And as you can see, Mirror Dax also has like the knuckle duster phaser. It's kind of cool. It also, I think, gets retested as something that Dr. Phlox uses, but there she is in all her glory, just looking absolutely gorgeous. It's Terry Farrell, and let's see if I can't bring myself into the mix here. Where is that particular option? Here I am. Okay, guys. So, I'm blocking Terry Farrell though. No one wants that. You know what? Let's just go full screen for a moment. So she looks great. Oh wow. And Julian just gets his ass kicked a little bit by a regular Sisko, and like Smiley, he is forcing his eye up there a little bit, and he is playing kind of kooky because Smiley is a wild eccentric, and we never know what's going to happen next from Smiley. He's a weird guy. He does manage to bring the entertainment, and he's got at least a bit of a code so you can talk to him. And Sisko has played it to the hilt. Mirror Miles is deeply pleased. And then we go back to one of our favorite things to do on Deep Space Nine. We're going to objectify Mira Kira. By the way, the other day I was watching an episode of Miami Vice, and like Crockett scored, and he's in bed with this chick, and like they're laying down on like face down, both of them, and like it starts, and the we don't see their feet, right? We just see like legs under a blanket, and as the camera moves up their backs, I couldn't tell which one was which. Man, Don Johnson was really thin and really like a little bit effeminate, super young. I was shocked, man. I thought it was the chick. I was like, okay, that's the chick. I was like, oh, wow, it's Don. What the hell? So Mira Kira, we're going to objectify her a little bit. And she looks great. She's fun. She's fun in this. And she has a little bit of an argument with Rom. Sets them straight. They have a weird cooperation. They can get along. Over on their ship, O'Brien setting straight about, you would not have sold yourself as the legitimate Sisko to Mira Julian if you hadn't hit him. He's like, he might have suspected something till you hit him. And so what we found out is both Mirror and Prime Sisko have several traits that are just exactly the same. They have a lot in common, and these two guys are both pretty heroic, which is kind of cool. Sorry, guys. I'm just opening browser tabs. So as we can see, like Cole Meany, who's going to go on to have a pretty big career, he's doing a great job acting here. He side eyes very hard. He squints and looks at O'Brien like he's nuts. I'm sorry, like at Sisko like he's nuts. And he's hard skeptical is the look that he's always given. But it's a hard-bitten universe that he lives in. So Sisko, not wild about these mirror people or their world or being forced to interfere with it. he at least can find like common cause with Mirror Miles. And then he makes it to Terek Noir, where on board with the plan now, as far as he can go, with a little bit of information, and basically ready to try to topple a Bajoran order. It's the Klingon Cardassian alliance in this one. Deep Space Nine had the best airlocks. We had the best airlocks on Deep Space Nine. When Star Trek sends us their airlocks, they start sending us their best towards the end. They get better. I like these, very tactile, very practical. We already found out the Intendant has a thing for Cisco. So her and Mira Cisco kind of have something going on. Mira Kira is down with O'Brien. They're having they have an adversarial relationship. He's kind of afraid of her, but we found out last time Mira Kira is nowhere near as Mirror University as other people. She will kill people, but not as many, not as fast, not as brutally. She does the deletions, but she's a little more principled about it. She has some reluctance to kill. She has some reluctance to it is the Alliance, guys. So awesome to talk with you and do this transforming of Deep Space Nine as we talk about this great episode, and we can move forward. The problem is that she doesn't think that O'Brien has appreciated her, and she's like, you'd carved out a little niche here where we sort of loved you, and you could have stayed here and gone on being loved, but you'd go and be a jerk about it, Smiley. You're a Terran, like all the other Terrans. And what's weird is like Avery Cisco didn't get the note or something, or didn't pay attention because he calls them T-Rans, and I don't get it. Noir, not Noir. It's Jakar Noir. Terak Jakar Noir. Made for the night. So Lusty Swab Benjamin Sisko, what I love is he's working his sexuality here. So what we find out, it just doesn't take too long for Mirror Sisko's influence to be wielded by Prime Sisko, who does a fantastic job. Also, Avery Brooks' acting is off the charts, and Sean is back. Sir!
Hello.
Sir.
Sorry about that.
I had just mentioned that Mira Kira is a bit of a sociopath, and I also mentioned that Mira Miles has... Sean, did you notice here one of Kira's problems with Mira Miles is he had put himself in a trusted position, and he had gone and thrown in with the rebels anyway. She's angry about that. We saw that last Mirror episode from Deep Space Nine with the Theta class guy. And what we found out was when the two Kiras talked, and when two Kiras go to war, one is more than you can hope for, right? As the song goes. But Mira Kira is not as mirror-ish as people in TOS Mirror. She's hesitant to kill. Where TOS people would delete thousands, she would delete a dozen or so. Whereas Mirror Universe in TOS, those people, they would destroy a whole planet. She might threaten you for a while and blow up a small town first, or she might take the phasers and erase a small town before she went after a major city. She's like, you sure you want to do this? I wouldn't call it principled, but she escalates slowly. That's the closest thing we have.
Well, because she knows she has to ride a line and keep these people working for her. She doesn't want to drive them to outright revolt because she needs them to process the ore. So she'll make them think they can improve their situation a little bit, maybe get a little bit easier life, and she lets them fight amongst themselves.
Now,
I think that's her
Canadian Mike. We don't speculate too deeply on the politics here in the chat, but everyone's allowed to think what they want. We think that there are certain unifying things about him that everyone can agree with. It is funny. And I'll just defend it. I don't think he's crazy, but I do think that sometimes when he talks, it is hilarious because he does sound a little nuts. I fixed the sound. Sean, what do you think?
A Terran who doesn't know the rules.
Sir, we have to take orders.
Well, we'll see to it that he learns them. What's your designation?
Sir, could you give us a name?
Bashir, Julian.
Sir, my name is Razor. Sir!
Is that a joke?
Sir, would you please sign this order?
No jokes.
Sir!
Sound is good now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She sounded good, no? And you know what? Just
especially the Kirk is my favorite. I love that.
Yeah. And then we've got this for you, just for fun, just to prove that we don't play favorites.
We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest.
Of all the impudent.
What can I tell you? So anyway, like Mirror Cisco, he's pretty suave and pretty sly. He's using his sexuality and using his sexiness on Mira Kira, and it gets Mira Garrick real pissed off. It's like, oh, all the impotence. It's like, what do you have designs on her?
Or
what does every
him.
Kardashian want to do?
Maybe he's really into Cisco.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, what is it that every Kardashian like has to like be into Kira? Goldicott can't get past her. Like he's scratching the back of his head like a dog in heat. And Cisco here is whatever, getting in the way of Garrick getting with her, and that's bothering the hell out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So let's return to our slideshow for the moment, and we got the best slideshow. Let me tell you, we'll catch everyone. Oops, sorry, get out of my chair. How can you say you don't see the human hand when Admiral Teag
deja vu right there?
Always catches everyone? Yeah, to the bad old days of freezing. Before I threw in for the, you have to get high speed internet if you YouTube people. If you're the inceptor of the stream like I am, you got to have like a little extra wattage. But we keep catching people here. I wrote a program that catches people with their eyes half closed. That's what it is. It's intentional. It's the human hand. So Cisco is working his advantage. Mira Kira tells him she's not going to delete him right away, and then he rolls right up on Garrick and tells him he's basically not afraid of him, and then he's going to play cat and mouse with Mira Kira. What do you think, Sean? Avery Brooks hamming it up, having a great time, chewing the scenery. That's what I meant by the naked time aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's hamming it up.
Yeah, they get to step outside of their normal character and act as if they were intoxicated almost. Yeah.
Right.
In fact, if I had a chance to talk to Nana Visitor, I would probably ask her, like, how much fun did you have filming these episodes and getting into Mira Kira? Because
she'd probably say the only one that was more fun was when she gets to sing and dance.
Yeah. And she was a good singer, if I can remember. If I recall correctly, she was not bad.
She's second generation Nana Visitor or Nana Visitor or Nana Visitor, whatever they go with. She's second generation Hollywood. Her mother was actress, dancer Sid Charisse, who I think was also a singer. Okay. So just like in New Trek, where we say like Ethan Peck actually has a little bit of talent, Nana Visitor went to drama camp, has been acting since she's 13. Mm-hmm. She's now about 30. She's good at what she does. She's slightly, skilled, and she takes a lot of these tough moments with Mira Kira, and she makes them work, even though Mira Kira is insufferable. Then we get into sort of like the plot heavy part of the episode, which we'll break down at length in Greener Pastures, where we will rewind a little bit and talk more specificity about this. But for you right now, here on the YouTube end of things, where we're leaning into the branding stuff, sirs and madams, there are t-shirts listed and DVDs listed that I would actually think about getting myself. I'm not saying buy them, but if you do want to buy a Deep Space Nine t-shirt, hey, we offer them here, and they will pop up. You'll see them kind of, if you don't have premium, on the bottom of the screen. Haven't yet learned how to do a manual drop on the shopping stuff, but the things I've chosen that I put in there, I kept them like affordable and things that you would like want to buy. Like, it's not alcohol. You know what I mean? It's not like we're not selling dangerous substances. Never. But like, I would buy the Miami Vice t-shirt that I had, and it's a really inobtrusive way to be compliant. I'd urge other YouTubers out there who are a little worried about what's going on with some of these things. Mark discovered the sales partner thing. That was an underutilized thing that makes them very happy, I would say. Like that genius kid who did that video that we saw, he was annoying, but he might have been right. Back to Deep Space Nine. That's guys in this community. We want to see as many people make it as possible. I'm not keeping the info to myself. And could I be proven wrong tomorrow? I could still be proven wrong tomorrow. I'm not going to say that I'm upset the way the landscape changed, and I'm not going to call out the head rancher while I'm working his lease, like they say in Landman. All right, so Jennifer and Cisco, it's what I really didn't get to before is they look now much more age appropriate because Cisco actually stayed the same. She's aged up a few years. They kind of look like they could be together, especially in this very effed up and hedonistic world where people are a little brutal, even if the Earth people and the Terrans, and he calls them the Tirans. I don't know what, like Avery Brooks just did not get the note, but there she is. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And Snail is here. Hey, Snail, what's up? I will make one saying Deep Space 69. Yeah, you're allowed to make that joke. That's not that bad. RRTN says, to be honest, as much as I love Deep Space Nine, never warmed much to Odo or Kira. Yeah, I agree. Although I enjoyed the irony of Kira teaching the Cardassians errors of their ways, Cisco had moments. O'Brien, Bashir, Worf, and Garrick carried the show. I really agree, and I think it's that Mira Kira shows you that Nana Visitor, whatever, is a really good actress. It's just that they changed the character from being a character written for Michelle Forbes to the best they could do, cast with someone who they thought had Michelle Forbes-like energy. And she's actually just quite different. And they don't start tacking towards the strength of her character until like way into the show. They never sell the Kira character. Like, I think she's beautiful and I believe she is who she is, but I wouldn't want to be friends with with either Kira. I wouldn't want to be friends with Major Kira. I would want to have a wild one night stand with her and she would throw me around my quarters. But as far as being her friend, having a rack Gina with her, she's an intense asshole. Honestly, she's got a heart of gold. Do I trust her to dispense justice when Odo's going over the top? She can rein in Odo. Odo sometimes gets one-dimensional about that stuff. She's smarter and she
makes Odo solid.
Yeah, she does him a solid. Odo does her a fluid. But Cisco and Jennifer, and as we said, Jennifer really is beautiful. Cisco and Jennifer have a talk. And is this where he drops the mask? I don't remember. He takes him a while to drop the mask to Jennifer, but we're pretty close to the end of the episode.
He kind of drops it when he convinces her to go with him.
That's true. That's the full dropping. What he's doing
she
here
looks
is
she goes, I almost believe you for a minute.
He's not acting very Mirror Universe. He's acting very, very Prime Universe, and it's very charming. Now, Mirror Cisco is a nicer person than most Mirror people, as usual. And Mirror Cisco, he was probably like pretty nice to her, and as an Italian, I guess the way to say it in a roundabout way would be only with the open hand, right? Like he's a stand-up guy. He was only just so mean to her. But in the Mirror Universe, life is so brutal that even the people who have some integrity, like Cisco, are kind of mean. Do you think Mirror Cisco has mixed it up with Mirror Jennifer? Because I do.
Mixed it up gotten together or
no, they have dated. They're married in this universe. But she's had to put a stake on her eye because of things he's done.
Perhaps.
And hello there, over on the Greener Pastures side of things.
Oh, which, by the way, everyone, the Admiral was talking about, the Miami Vice shirt. But if you did want to, purchase something else a little more unsavory, it can happen if you just go to Sesame Street.
Go behind Mr. Hooper's store.
Yeah, that's behind Mr. Hooper's store.
Find Muppet Admiral Teag. He's a real lowlife. I can't take that Muppet Admiral Teag. He's a piece of garbage. And Mira Cisco.
I want to make one for you.
We could talk to LaFleur from the Snowdub Cotton Collective, and he could do it. And we could possibly get that one going. So anyway, here's Cisco. He's hanging out and being pretty intense. He's got basically a Remember the Titans speech for Jennifer. He tells her, you could stand up and make a difference here too, just like I do. You know what? I'm not leading this revolution just for me. I'm leading it for everyone. And you know what? You're allowed to dream is kind of what he says, like dreams don't really fly here the way they should. This universe self-corrected to a degree, but not enough. You guys are still a little too mean. You're like the late Romans. You're not like the savage early, like Republic Romans. You're like the late imperial Romans who like let other people do the dirty work, but you're still pretty mean. You're still pretty mean. And like I said, it's a little bit of bread and circuses, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah. Just without the gift that Kirk got in that one.
Yeah, exactly. Pro Council. I let you have this one more night as a man. And I've seen Pro Council and other stuff. That guy was a pretty big actor. But
yeah, he was a real smug asshole in that episode.
He was. I loved Pro Council. Me and my friends used to joke around about that one. First, we like make a farting noise and say the word Pro Council like 3 times. Like, oh, Pro Council, Pro Council. Like, it was like our way of calling bullshit when someone said something that was a little bit full, like, yeah, man. Like, and she digs me. Pro Council, Pro Council. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, she takes you. Guys, make some comments. It really helps the stream. We need you to do it. Come on. We got people on both sides of the equation here and over there. Speak up. We love it. And guys, we got people who's got memberships. Drop some member emojis, say hello, get familiar in there and do the, get with it for me. Get behind the show. And also, I would ask when I make some uploads of this one, could you do me a favor and watch it? Because that's the most important thing. If you want to keep the community alive, I keep the uploads mercifully short, and I've gotten pretty good at the video essay. When I'm trying to make one for other purposes or to really, do something, I might go a little longer, and those might have commercials. But for the most part, this is a little tip for people on the platform. If someone's video is 8 minutes and 25 seconds, all they did was it's a call to action and the 8 minutes for their to get to have their mid-roll commercials. It's just so you can mid-roll people. If someone only goes like 8 minutes, like have you noticed that only Critical Drinker really has the courage to have like a few people do it, but like more frequently than anyone else, Critical Drinker will have a 5-minute video. Because
that's fine. Sometimes you just want to keep in touch with your audience, and you have
Doom Comic mixes it up too.
Yeah,
but
we got to be varied. We all, sometimes you only have 5 minutes of things to say, and you don't want to wait a week and a half to say another 5 minutes.
I usually try to go to at least like 9 or 10 minutes before I make anyone sit through one commercial. But the Star Trek ones, I really want them to succeed. So the lowest commercials, the Miami Vice one, it was fun. It was a passion project, and I'll be reviewing that video tomorrow.
You get everyone. Make sure to check that out. It's
guys. If you could watch the video for Miami Vice, it's right there on the channel.
Very tight.
Great.
Yeah. It's a very tight video, and it's a good synopsis of what we get for the whole series. It's like a really good, quick
I do the characters and production interwoven pretty well, I think.
Yeah,
I segued back and forth.
Too. Yeah,
I loved doing it. Can you tell that I've come to love the show?
Yeah.
We are all in for next year's Miami Vice. We are all in for next year's Miami Vice. We absolutely are. And after Northern English Bastard gets a little further into it, maybe every once in a while we'll do an episode of Miami Vice. Their opening movie is so good. And we could joke about the outfits because when Crockett goes around killing people in his white Ice Cream Man of Vengeance outfit, it's just hilarious. All right, back to Star Trek. In Deep Space Nine's Mirror episode number 2, Through the Mirror, lusty swab Benjamin Sisko has gone through the mirror. And what we see here is that he is like with all the ladies, He is women love him and men want to be him is almost the way he would put it. It's almost silly. It's a little silly how overly successful he is in everything as Mirror Cisco, but it's funny too. It's fun. And guys, here's the just for one quick moment. I should have done this during the promotion. Forgive me for the unprofessionalism. I'll do a better job, and I'll be on brand, sirs and madams. Sirs, we all know who I'm talking to. All right, so I spelled Miami wrong. Only I could pull that off. But yeah, that's my Miami Vice video. There's a URL. Like it now and watch it later, as I like to say. Look, here's the least you do. If you, yeah. Now it sounds dirty. I
think we should just start referring to it as McCamey Vice.
Why not? McCamey. It's an Irish town down south. But Cisco here, what I've been trying to say for like 6 minutes is he has Kirk-like mirror energy. His outfit is a little Kirk-like too. I think that they're trying to make Cisco Kirk-like, and Avery Brooks just isn't that Shatner-esque, but they lean into the intensity, and then he ends up just being like badass, obsessive, get off my starship, stay off my space station Cisco. And I really love that about him. And this episode's, I would say, third act features O'Brien engaging into some of the subterfuge and like working with his Maquis plan. He's got a subcutaneous trans communicator with
it was from the Ferengi.
Smiley. The Ferengi have hooked up him and Smiley with subcutaneous communicators, which, by the way, you just leave that in. You just leave that in if you live in this world. You never take it out. Like, they finally bought them back.
You don't use it to laser open a lock.
Yeah, that was only in the episode, so they had a way to get out of that jail cell. And it's like, oh, I get why you did it, sirs, but now you have to explain why you don't always use them, because it just makes more sense, especially when you're trying to like minimize your exposure. But it wasn't so huge, and it enabled a really good episode, an episode that when the last Kurtzman Trek episode airs, we're going to do a great tribute with the Omega Glory is going to be the episode we do that night, because what's ours before, my friends, will be ours again. So Smiley has his part of the plan is going pretty well. Cisco dropping the mask and coming out more and more to Jennifer. Jennifer agrees at least to assist Cisco as she knows him with her plan. And then we have like a pretty good shootout. And let's just say they're a little outnumbered. Look, it's the Breakfast Club, Sean.
I love how they have the things you can trip on the floor, just like they do in the Prime one.
Yeah.
Like, who would design that? I think there was that. I watched an episode a few days ago of the girl that's from the planet with the low gravity, and she needs a wheelchair, and she's a real bitch. Have you seen that one?
I think that's like, the one. She's from the planet with the high gravity, but she loses. She gets sick for a while.
No, it's low gravity because like she can't walk without support. Like it just pulls her down because she takes Bashir into her quarters and she turns down the gravity and they're flying around. And he's like, I've never done this before, even though I'm in Starfleet and I probably had 0G training, which was stupid. But I hated that episode. I couldn't stand that character. I'm digressing. I'm gonna give that one a big F when we get to it.
Yeah. So Mira Kira has a standoff with Prime Cisco and Mira Jennifer. And as you can see, she looks beautiful yet again. And I like that this episode only had just so much intendant in it. There was more than enough intendant last time. It was much more Cisco focused. Mm-hmm. And we got to see, like, I guess they're trying to make up for fucking up Spock. Fucking up what Spock, they really screwed up Spock's challenge from Prime Kirk. Mirror Spock was given a challenge by Prime Kirk to save the Hulkins, which he probably did. But then to make the universe like basically a kinder, gentler, he turns into the first President Bush. He's like, Spock, you need to stay the course. We need 1,000 points of light, Spock. It has to be a kinder, gentler mirror universe. I'll see you later, Spock. Find a way to save the Hulkins and make it stick. And that causes like the Terrans to become complacent. last time we went to Deep Space Nine, the Terrans had been completely vanquished, and they had fallen because they became weak because of what Spock did. Now we find out they're not doing so bad in their part of space, and like most of the Terrans here are just oppressed because we captured them and they're too far off their turf, I think is the implication. We're trying to buy back what we did wrong.
Well, does it explain how O'Brien got out? I mean, there's so much you'd have to explain for that. How did O'Brien get out there? Because he was born on Earth. Like, why did he leave and go out there and get caught? Unless
we're not doing a full reverse. We're backing off. This week's part of backing off was there are some places and people on Earth where it's okay and they live well, like Jennifer did.
See, I don't have a problem with Spock like failing. I look at it more like he was the Edith Keeler. It was the right idea at the wrong time, and so what he tried to do backfired.
That's a better way of looking at it, and it preserves his achievement. Mm-hmm. Because eventually, I think we set the universe back to what Kirk wanted anyway, and they do try to relate it back to what Spock had happened. It was one long causality chain, and eventually they make it right. But I don't think the Deep Space Nine writers had anything but the idea of this is sort of our Naked Time video, sort of story, like the story from TOS Naked Time. This is sort of like a wild story, and we don't have to worry about the continuity. We don't have to worry about the characters, but we're just going to have fun. It's where we go to have our cast unwind and have fun.
It frees them open. It frees them to go out of canon.
And they didn't write kind of stories about,
yeah, like some ideas.
They're like, who cares about the canon of the mirror universe? And to a degree, they're right, but not to the length they end up taking.
It's cool because you can make characters act like they wouldn't normally. You can step outside of canon, and it's a little bit more freeing for the writer, right? I mean, because you can make them do things that wouldn't make sense otherwise. Like in the way that I'm grading all the TOS episodes is one of the criteria is, are the characters in character? Are the characters behaving like you expect them to? Well, you take that away in the mirror universe because we don't know how they're going to act. They could act any which way.
That is true.
So it's cool in that respect.
All right. So Mirror Kira is, as we said, far more reasonable than almost every other mirror person and kind of okay. But she does not like Cisco anymore after he has sort of jilted her. Hell hath no fury, like Amira Kira cast aside, and she's not gonna take it. All
not
right,
from Cisco anymore.
Hashtag me too. Okay, so she's not gonna take it, or he too, really, in this world. So they mix it up more. Action and adventure in the final frontier. You want it, we got it. Star Trek fights, we're selling them. Oh, wow. A rare non-beam. That one was kind of a bulb, but we have a whole array of different weapons. So that doesn't matter either. Like you said, we're not caring much about canon here.
Right.
The canon of the mirror universe, hey, it's still the mirror. To them, it's still the mirror universe. They're not going to get upset about it. Let's take one more look before we move on. Sean, your comment on Mira Kira's costume? I know you're a fan.
Yeah, I like. Is this a little Dutch angle we have of her here?
We don't do many Dutch angles. This is more. You know what? This is the Hilter angle where they shoot her from below to make her look powerful. She's being shot from down low, looking up to increase the amount of power.
I noticed it. We get some detail. We have some things
are you saying
here.
That you could use skills the hard of hearing use to understand people? Saying you can read her lips?
A little bit.
Okay. You know what? Long live high school humor. High school, hey, we were all there once. We knew it, we loved it.
I want to see what's behind the curtains.
And we're right on schedule actually, because I think that we're at almost the very end of the episode. So I'm pleased to say, sirs and madams, we're going to get your scores. Vote in our poll. If you haven't, try the veal. and we'll take this visual down, or we'll never get any further. Although I will show you this, we do another power angle here, and this one is a bit Dutch. This one, it does have a bit of a Dutch angle quality to it. And you know what? We're in the mirror universe. We might as well do it. Unlike in New Trek, where every shot is a Dutch angle, because they won't back off the idea that they might have to pull a rabbit out of a hat at any time. So they always has to be setting up the mystery, so it's monotonous and you would never know.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of when I was young and my friend was drinking at work, and I was like, dude, I tried that once, like you were like we're high school, right? It's like, I tried that once, and like work went by so slow, it was the worst. It was like getting paid like 1/3 what you usually get. Why would you do it? And he's like, oh, you get paid to drink. I'm like, dude, I'll say it again. Work goes by so slow. Like, why would you ever want to do it? It's like, oh man. In the mirror universe, I think everybody is probably a heavy duty substance abuser. Mira Kira is probably always tweaking. She was tweaking a lot more last time, though. Or was it just that we got a lot more of her? I'm not sure. She's not trying to F anybody.
There's a lot of E.
Yeah, she's not trying to fuck everybody. She's not being crazy, but she is pretty ruthless. We have the Dutch angle going, and you know, it's this time it's earned because we're in a weird place. One of the coolest things they didn't have a ship, but their station is pretty cool. So Mira Kira, she's got Jennifer sort of, you know, on the fence here about whether she's going to continue to help. And she's, you know, the intendant, pretty dangerous. At this point, things could go either way for our heroes. This was not as silly as our last trip to the mirror universe, but it wasn't as well considered either, was it? Right? Like, it was a little more serious, but they tried to be fun. And like we both just mentioned, open-ended canonical problems that if you want to go forward in the mirror universe need to be addressed, and backward-looking canonical problems, which is like, I'm not going to like call them out in the carpet for being so terrible as to mess up the canon of the mirror universe. That's like saying like they messed up the alternative factor. Like they messed up like why Lazarus did it. It's like, well, you know, okay, I can live with that small sacrifice, but they didn't mess up the mirror universe that badly that it's a deal breaker. Like you said, it was pretty cool. So
it's an alternate history to the parallel universe.
It is.
It really is. It's like they're really going multi-layers here.
They're leaning in hard. And I appreciate everyone who shared this on X and spread the word about the show so people would know to come on down.
Oh, good night, John the Beagle Dad.
John, good night, sir. Gonna miss the end of our episode synopsis and everybody's scores. But right now, it's did you see I really worked hard on getting the character count down so I could have the poll really speak like it was from New York. What grade would you give DS9 Through the Looking Glass? And I spelled the word grade wrong as well. Congratulations, sir. It's an A. I spelled grad fee. Congratulations, sirs. It's an A, 37%. Not bad, sirs. It's a B, 37%. Hey, buddy, it was about a C, sirs. A dismal DF, not too good, sirs. Oh, wow. You guys are pretty favorable for it, although there's significant dissenting faction. You know what? I was one of the dissenters. I found out that what this episode lacked in substance, it made up for in like watchability, likability, enjoyability. I liked Kira and Jennifer's sort of dance of seduction here, where they're sort of going at it, like circling each other, seeing which one of them is going to, you know, come out on top. And Mira Kira is showing that she can be dangerous and it's enjoyable. What do you think about the chemistry between these two actresses?
It's really good. I mean, it just they're both great actresses. Nana Visitor is really, I think, a very underrated Not underrated. I think she was underutilized in this whole series. I mean, because she's a great actress. I mean, we see her. She can turn on the anger. She can turn on a completely other personality, like we've seen here. And they were limited to how Kira's character is, so she had to stay within it. But like, she's great, and it looks like she had a lot of fun with this. Like, you could tell she had fun filming this episode. You can really tell. But she's got great chemistry with the Jennifer actress.
I agree. All right. So Mira Kira and Mira Jennifer. Mira Kira and Mira Jennifer. They are sort of circling each other. Mira Jennifer seems to be at a disadvantage. She's a softer Terran. Her life not as difficult back on Earth. She didn't have a problem the way that Cisco did, slugging his way up from the bottom. So in that way, she's at a disadvantage because Mira Kira is a dangerous chick. And as they say, in Yiddish, a wilde chaya. I learned that from some guys at work years ago. It means she's like a wild animal, Sean.
They've got some cool words.
I had one girlfriend who was of that, and she goes, I call it the eating, talking, effing religion. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, we have our own language. We got our own food. And there's no real prohibitions on sex. And I was like, what am I supposed to tell your parents again? It's like, oh, that you're part like me on your mom's side. That'll solve all problems. I'm like, I will tell them that. And she was gorgeous. But whatever. Let's talk more about Deep Space Nine. Little detour into Admiral Teag's real life. But if you know, you know. Mira Kira is a beast. And she's getting ready to maybe delete everybody. She's having a little bit of a meltdown, and it's a sexy meltdown. And she plays it for all if she can, but I question the choice to make her do it. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, it is a cool meltdown because you could tell like she's containing a lot of it. When she says, I will hunt you down, and Cisco just throws it right back at her. You're welcome to try.
I like his mirror voice. Yeah, Mirror Cisco has a different voice than Prime Cisco. Mirror Cisco talks like this. He talks a lot like Crazy Cisco, who builds the clock in his quarters.
Yeah, Crazy. Well, Crazy Cisco, when he gets real serious, he talks really slow. Like he does. Well, no, Mirror Cisco he does the pirate thing. It's like,
both Cisco's talk like Sidney Poitier, but Prime Cisco sounds like Sidney Poitier sober and not a pirate, and Prime Cisco sounds like Sidney Poitier sober, and Mirror Universe Cisco sounds like an intoxicated pirate Sidney Poitier. But both of them, like Avery Brooks is very Sidney Poitier. If you ever seen Sidney Poitier stuff, you'll know what I mean. They really a lot of similarity in the acting style. And I love that someone applied the word energy to performances and people's chemistry, because it really has made it easier to describe some of these things. When I say Cisco isn't Kirk, but he brings some Kirk energy, it really has.
You definitely don't want low energy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be low energy. I was on the charger all day before I jumped off to do the show. And sirs, madams, watch the browser open. And if you come through later, like the stream. And if you watch the upload, please like the upload. Hit the like and follow button. Turn on the notification bell. We have the most dedicated channel community of anyone, and I thank you all. You're amazing. So Mirror Cisco plays his final gambit here. He's planted the seed of rebellion the way Kirk did, which is another part of his Kirk-like energy. And he basically says, you know what? I've hacked your station, because it turns out that Mirror Cisco and Prime Cisco have the exact same outlook when it comes to technology. And he was able to guess his mirror doubles pin code. That's after we had O'Brien saying that, like, remember, she's a totally different person, and she's basically the same person we met. But
well, O'Brien also
only
said
had guesswork to go on. He had.
Well, I think he was just warning. He's like, just keep in mind she is not the exact. She's not a clone. So be prepared. Don't get your hopes up if she may not be what you're expecting. And then he admits, he goes, I never met her.
Yeah, by the time we go back the fifth time, do we have people saying stuff like, you might want to hedge your bet here, sirs? We've studied these profiles, sirs.
Like I haven't seen, like I'm watching these one at a time. Like, I don't know them, which is really nice. I like reviewing these because I don't know them backwards and forwards like I do TNG or TOS.
Yeah. All right. Cisco and his crew are basically the Maquis of this world, and they're the only chance for humans to get any sort of future. And here she is again, very Roman emperor looking, very maybe Byzantine Romans. I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of weird, but they're stylistically consistent. I think they did a good job.
Yeah, she's definitely not Dom DeLuise Roman.
No.
Nice. Nice. Not thrilling, but nice.
Oh,
so don't worry.
We both clicked.
We both clicked at the same time. Yeah, I think we clicked on the same one, right?
It's stylistically designed to be that way, and you can't undo that, but we can diminish the effects of it.
I did the Dom DeLuise from History of the World.
I was looking at the interface, so I assumed that was your imitation because you can pull off a Dom DeLuise that good. I've heard you do some mimicry. You're good at that stuff. And
no, it was from my soundboard. It was the clip.
Thank you so much for watching. If you can, watch the browser tab open, and if you're watching the upload, if you watch with the browser tab open, it really helps. It helps our numbers. It helps our analytic. The thing that's more important than our sub counts or anything else is how many people watch and engage with us live while we're on, and that we have a tight quality stream that we're going over 2 hours on, because I just think it's the right thing to do. We can finish this one up in about another 20 minutes and have a quality stream. And I have just seen something from the planet. It looks like one of the Trek Guardians is going to be joining us. He is a mighty warrior for Star Trek, but let's bring him here right now. And for you, you know him, you love him. You have heard him telling other great YouTubists. Do you like my new term, Sean? YouTubist. Other great YouTubists such as Doomcock. Those super chats aren't going to read themselves. He is Wes Cagle. West Cagle, savior of the universe.
We have to send for Albert
Hi, Wes.
Einstein. Sir, he's very busy.
Hey.
Sir.
Here, let me change my avatar for you.
Sir.
There.
So you got the James Taylor flag.
Yeah. I gotta put his face in the middle of that.
But since I'm going to make uploads of this, could you take it down? Otherwise, I'll have to superimpose your face over that the whole time.
There we go.
There we go. Auto's fine. FaceTime for now would be better too, because we're getting close to the end. And we're going to give our opinions. But yeah, you got him. Oh, well, there he is. You know what? Wes Cagle looks like Lee Van Cleef, but like with a raw handsome. I know we found out why all the ladies love Wes Cagle. A little bit of General Zod going on, a little bit of Lee Van Cleef.
Kneel before Zod.
Whereas I just look like, I don't know, like early affected stage Charlie Sheen. I'm like the human torpedo of truth. I'm affected. But Mirakira looks definitely kind of Roman here. If I put on glasses, I could look just like him. Any Cuban guy who has a baseball hat and puts on glasses immediately starts to look like Charlie Sheen. That's your Hispanic coming through. But definitely a lot of the energy that we got in the episode of Bread and Circuses in the original series, a lot of and again, the wardrobe department, costumes did great with this. Wardrobe and costumes did great with this. This is a great look for her. Is it preposterous? Yes, but this their whole view of the mirror universe is we go here to be preposterous. It's a preposterous place.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to force a resolution. Cisco confronts everyone down on the planet. He escapes and talks to Jennifer for a while. And here it looks like Jennifer had some of what DePaul had. Like, I'll have whatever she just had. It looks like she just had some refreshing space crack. Look at her. We just got her at the worst moment. She is gorgeous, but we got her at the worst moment. And this is where he totally tells them that they're husband and wife in the other universe and about the other universe. But in this universe, everybody knows about the other universe. They learned about it in like grammar school. We found that out last time from Mirakira.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they've got protocol and all that stuff.
They did do a good job of building on a lot of the protocol and the things that we got from the other mirror universe from TOS and their previous mirror universe. This one builds onto that. There's consistency. Quark is dead here. I got to imagine a character as important as Quark will be resurrected in this world to be we got to see Mirror Quark again. He was like Rick Blaine in Casablanca. I'd love to talk to Doomcock about that.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
I never asked Sean to bring messages or ask questions of Doomcock. There's one I would like you to ask him. Do you think that in Mirror Universe, like, did you like Quark as Rick Blaine? Did you think it was like everybody comes to Quarks? And that they destroyed the possibility by dragging him off camera and having him killed. They couldn't just throw him in jail. They destroyed that story possibility. Everybody goes to Quarks. I would watch that show. That's a show in and of itself, sirs and madams.
Yeah. And well, they eliminated him and Odo. Odo became a exploding ketchup packet.
He sizzles and explodes. He goes out like my Stretch Armstrong back in the day. I was so sad for...
Did it melt?
And after talking, no, he exploded.
Oh, did you put him in the microwave?
I did not put him in microwave. I played with him until he broke it. I think he might have gotten some petroleum products on him. He might have gotten some like motor oil on him, and then it just messed up his skin. Sorry, I need a little Gatorade to wet my whistle.
I sent you a question in the private chat.
In fact, I do. I absolutely do. Okay, guys, one day, like, we'll have a member stream where Sean can make it, and we'll have like private chat the show, and you'll get to see how insane we all are. Like,
well, when we go to the other side, I
we'll go insane for a while. Yeah. But don't worry, guys. Soon we're going to go to greener pastures, and there will be the Red Hour. And those of you who are of the body can join us there. What can I tell you? You know what I mean? It's Rumble. We're diversifying too. We're going to do some Rumble exclusive at the end. I'm even going to drop the link in if you want to follow us. If not, though, feel free to stay right here on good old YouTube, the mothership. We love it. We love it here. Sean, hold up the newspaper.
So say we all.
Yeah, it's been great. They gave me an opportunity to stream to all of you and meet everybody, so I'm happy about it. Mirror Cisco plants the final seeds of revolution, and he's torn about taking Mirror Jennifer with him. I forget whether he asked her to go or decides that
he didn't,
or she just he's
he says because he lies and says
timeline.
You know what we do learn at the end of this episode, we learned that the Romulans are still around, which I was surprised at. I thought they had been.
They said they're probably the reasonable faction. That's probably one of the bizarrest things that they have.
Which didn't make sense to me. I thought this whole time the Romulans were gone because Earth would have just annihilated them in the Earth-Romulan War. But maybe that war never happened. So
it was the Earth-Romulan War probably happens because we make it up to like TOS time, which is after Enterprise time.
That
And we don't
probably
know the timelines diverge. They kept that for later. But I just want to say, here's our final scene is we just see, Cisco and Mirror Jennifer having a conversating, as we say in Queens, having a conversation and, trying to form some kind of a bond because now
It's a
it's
good
become
scene.
obvious that we're going to be going back and forth. And it is, again, the thing that runs through this one is it's also Casablanca. He's like,
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
oh, hey, it's our good friend JT Kirk has made men. A lot of you have become made men and made sirs and madams. Thanks to the generosity of our good friend JT Kirk. Let's see who we have welcomed into our continuum. Is JT on the Vert stream? No, he's on the regular stream. JT is a hero and a member of the Q Continuum with 10, count them 10 Admiral Teague super chats. That might be the safest way to give if you have some reticence. I used to say reticence, and then one of my girlfriends just laughed at me, and she was right to laugh at me, like I'm a chowderhead. But like I was so hurt at the time that my response to her was like, "Come on, I learned it reading. You should be like proud of me." No one in my environment actually uses the word, but JT Kirk has made Lisa and Gap After Dark and Axel's Abode and Shrubby 1989 and Josh Street 6819 and Daxinar and Hector Estrada 5206 and FKHC 2005 and Julia Bullerman, and the Real Headcase are all Headcase is already a member, but those other people, all members of the channel. Thank you. And JT Kirk, a member of this channel for 26 months, sir. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I super appreciate it. The community appreciates you. And I wish you could be here so you could say things like, I did not like the convenience from which they jumped from one universe to the next. And Sean, JT would appreciate this. We didn't see the beam out, so we don't know what's going on with the beam out. We don't know what the deal is.
We don't know
if it's the station effect, but this episode sort of establishes that as long as there's a Deep Space Nine, we're going to go here every season or so, aren't we? We're going to find a way to keep coming back to. I have decided that I will return to this place. It's like we go 5 times after season 2, so basically every season but one after we start going. I think next season we go back, then we skip one season, and then or maybe the last season we don't go there because the last season isn't it a little shorter?
Of DS9?
Yeah, sometimes Trek shows have a short first and shorter final season. Like Voyager has if you think about it, the Voyager season 1 is only 2/3 of a season, and Voyager the final season is 16 episodes. It's only 2/3 of a season as well.
Season 7 has 25 episodes.
Okay, Deep Space Nine a lot more together than Voyager.
Deep Space Nine was pretty regular. The even
Voyager,
even TNG had that one short season 2 because of the writer's strike.
Yeah, although I guess Gene had to honor that strike. Although he could have been like, "I wrote this script in 1967." It's like, "Sorry, you're talking about cell phones," and he could have just stared them down. It's like, okay, yeah, all right. We can't argue that you didn't future-proof your scripts. You're a genius. On an away mission, sirs. Live long and prosper. We'll get your thoughts on this one next time. But you know what?
There you go.
We don't get to see the beam out, and that's the end of the episode. You know what, sirs and madams? Interesting stuff. A fun time. And I think I belong in the center seat. Will.
I stand correct. Season 1 of DS9 has only 19 episodes. Every other season has 25 or 26.
And remember, in that 19 episode season, one is two episodes are one story. So it's really a 15 episode season with the premiere and a premiere. It's a premiere movie and 15 regular episodes.
Yeah, it was probably short because I think they probably wanted to launch it at a certain time, and they just
I think
it might have launched later in the season. Yeah,
yeah, because they wanted to get that launched at the time of TNG when they did.
I suggest they launched it early for the same reasons, and that's why the show.
Well, that's what I mean. I think they launched it early because they wanted to get it out, and they just didn't have enough time to film. Because remember, they were doing TNG, Voyager. No, Voyager came later, but at one time they were.
They had the movies going. I think still. I think.
Yeah, their resources were just too thin. I doubt it had anything to do with writer strikes. It was just resources. Sound stages.
Maybe that's what happened to Star Trek Insurrection. They they cannibalized some movie money to get the.
I'm gonna die on this hill. I still like Insurrection. I don't. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You're allowed to.
It would have been a better 2-part episode. I didn't think it was.
I like
a hot chick though for Picard's love interest. Like on this one, just make her 28 years old and sirs.
I liked it. I thought she was cute.
Yeah.
She was cute for an older woman. She wasn't cute.
Well, she's 300 years old, isn't she? So
that's true.
Admiral Teag, incoming super chat.
My thoughts on this episode: Mira Jadzia would, yes, and I would. Looking at her, she is gorgeous, gorgeous.
Okay, let's play FMK. FMK, Mira Jadzia, Mira Kira, and Mira Jennifer.
Wait, so who are they? Mira Dax, Mira Kira, and Mira Jennifer? Yeah, I'd do that. That sounds like a fun night. Oh, only one of them?
FMK.
Now you made it hard.
Who's the F? Who's the M? Who's the K?
All right. Well, you want to
well, Jadzia, you got to marry.
You want to kill her all the time. You want to kill Mira. You want to kill Mira Kira because you want to K. The K is Mira Kira because she's so dangerous. Even though you want that night of passion, she's going to like stab you in the back. She's so dangerous.
Yep.
The F is. I mean, it just comes down to personal preference, but I would guess for me the F is Mira Jennifer. And the Mary is Mira Dax because she's so hot.
Yep.
I agree with the first one, but I would I would marry Mira Jennifer because she's just solid all around, and the effing will stop after a while. So I'd rather get the one good F in with Mira Dax.
It's YouTube.
And then I'd file that memory away and live on it.
I agree with you. And by the way, JT, I heart your chat. Thank you for we'll put it up on screen in a moment. I'm sorry. I'm trying to share the chat. And there it is.
Oh, JT's got a death wish. Look at that. JT isn't going to last long.
You try, you might not get out of there.
He's going to keep Mira Kira. I like how he spelled Mira Kira. M-I-R-U-H.
It's like in The Odd Couple, Myrna Turner.
I'm in 100% agreement with JT. There's
really
my yep. There's my line.
You're gonna roll the dice and keep Kira around?
Well, I can always kill her after effing her. So
no, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, you got to save the K for legit K. So you got to. So who do you kill, Jennifer?
Yeah, because I'm not interested in Jennifer yet. I'm just not interested in Jennifer. I'm sorry.
And you marry Dax. All right.
Yeah.
I too like.
I can see them marrying the Dax. I can see them.
Vote now and forever hold your peace, guys. What grade do you give Deep Space Nine Through the Looking Glass? Congratulations, sirs. It's an A. Not bad, sirs. It's a C. It's about a C, sirs. And a dismal DF. Not good, sirs. These are the grades. So congratulations, sirs. It's an A, 40%. Not bad, sirs. It's a B, 35%. 15%, it's a C. 10%, it's a DF. So 25% of us thought it was mediocre to bad Star Trek. And 75% of us thought it was a B or an A. which means the audience as a whole gives it a B plus. But you know what? I see you guys are being super generous, as you know that I need to quit the airwaves kind of soon while we're in sort of a
Admiral Teag,
thank you, Sean.
incoming super chat.
I appreciate that. You have to get rid of, guys, just so you know, a little inside baseball here. If you ever want to be a YouTuber, you have to collapse the comments to get to the sound effects. And it's if you're like really into the soundboard like Admiral Teague, and I have, has anybody hotwired StreamYards more?
Not that I've seen.
Wes Cagle, God will not permit this to happen. I will be allowed to fulfill my destiny. Wes Cagle, member for 28 months. My God, sir, you've been
I am going to be allowed to fulfill my destiny.
Here we go.
All my life, I've wanted to lead a lot of men in a desperate battle. I'm going to do it.
I am going to be allowed to fulfill my destiny.
Now it has been said by Sean Carter that when Patton is riding the horse at the end to the Romulan music, it becomes so preposterous that you just have to laugh. Is this to be believed, sir?
It's funny, like, because that music fits. Like, they could have put that in the movie.
Same composer.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did it. I played FMK with my wife last night. Not in real life, but I gave her. I gave her I gave her three people. FMK. It was Patton Oswalt, Pedro Pascal, and
good Lord.
And someone else, and she had
Post
the
Malone?
answer like that. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
she didn't say KKK for
No,
those guys.
no.
Good Lord.
The K was Pedro Pascal immediately. The F was Patton Oswalt, and the married, I forget who the other person was, but I'm like, you fuck Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, at least you don't got to marry him. You don't want him around
she's
forever.
she's like, he's a tiny little guy, and he'd probably be done in 2 minutes.
Oh,
it's unpleasant, but like
it would go quickly.
So what you're saying is your wife was jealously guarding her K. Like she had someone that she really wanted to catch. She's like, I would kill that motherfucker Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
how dare she? That's very uninclusive of her. That is not very close, sir.
She could have said the F for Pedro because he probably would have just said no, thank you.
No, she said no because she knows where that thing has been, and she doesn't want.
Yeah, well, it's brown, so
yeah. She didn't want the brown
No. But he would probably refuse. Or there's no listen. Let's be honest. There's no way he's getting it up for that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we diverged. Sorry.
No big deal. I was going to say we're almost there to the other side where we can do things like that. But hey, who the hell am I to argue?
That's just a preview of what you can get over there, guys. So.
The conversation continues. For everything, there is indeed a time. And you guys have given this your grades. You can follow the link in chat, or you can feel free to stay here on the good old tubes of you. But we promise you some mad cap stuff going on. Before we go over there, just I would say we didn't have a chance to say hello to the panel because Sean and I just beamed in alone. So as we get ready to say goodbye, Sean, what's going on? You got any good stuff going on? And we're going to be over on Bumble in a few minutes.
Before we do that, do we want to give the audience our grades on this one real quick?
If you want to give our grades. We can give our grades really quickly.
Just real.
Then we can expand on it over there. We'll have the conversation. Real quick. We'll reboot the grade conversation later.
Yeah, because we're showing what in case anyone's
not going to go. First thing we do is when we go over there is we scream the F word and go crazy and brandish weapons for about 11 straight minutes. I paint myself in deer blood and run around naked. You're not going to want to miss any of this.
It's Teag Tubin.
I want to change the name of the Rumble channel to Teag 2.
Oh, Teag 2. Okay, real quick. So I give this one an A. It was a lot of fun. It was Kira stole the show. It's great. I give it an A just for the fun. It's not super great science fiction, but it's a fun episode. There we go.
All right. You give it an A. Wes Cagle, do you have a grade for this episode?
I think I had given it a B when I voted. There's not a lot of I like DS9, but there's not a lot of DS9 episodes that I go all out with A. I mean, there's only a handful, but it's a solid episode. Solid episode. I've got to watch. To be fair, I should probably watch it again. It's been a long time since I've seen this one. I did not watch it prior to coming on here. So if I watch it again, I might. Given the new Trek that we've had to suffer through, I might actually bump it to up to an A. So.
Yeah, if you watch it, watch the prelude to it for like the part 1 of this, which was season 2, right, Admiral Teag?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the first one because there's some stuff in the first one you need to know.
20. Yeah. They always do them towards the end of the season. They never start the season with one. I would have to say
they could have filmed them at any time and just thrown them in as filler,
right?
But, but watch the first one, and then this one will make good sense. It's kind of a little bit more of a continuation of it.
Cool.
So, Wes Cagle, you gave your grade. Anyone have a favorite moment of the episode?
I have 2.
Lusty Swab, Benjamin Sisko, Slugs, Bashir. What's yours?
I have 2. The one with that looking up angle of Mira Kira, and the one with Dax just laying down in that blouse.
Yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah. The thumbnail on YouTube.
Yeah, your thumbnail. Yeah.
All right. So, Admiral's turn. This was a good episode. There was a lot of good parts to it. The performances were top notch. Some of the conveniences a little much. I didn't like how Mirror Smile. I didn't like how Smiley just jacks Sisko out of ops. It made Starfleet and the Bajorans look a little incompetent and not so tough and not so smart. I didn't like the part where they sort of screwed up and let him get away with their commanding officer without lifting a finger, even if he did tell them to stand down. The whole thing was a little nuts. I would have preferred to see them resist a little more, or Smiley use a little more subterfuge. He's from the mirror universe anyway, right? I mean, he can be commanded. So that to me was the worst moment. My favorite moment, I guess, might be when he punches Mirror Julian.
Yeah.
Julian's just a punch-worthy character.
Yeah, he is. He needs to be kind of taken down a peg or two every now and then.
Every once in a while, like when they last time went to the mirror universe, Julian had to dig for ore and got sick. This time, Julian gets punched in the face and thrown up against the wall by big bad bully Sisko. Too funny.
Julian might be my least favorite character. I mean, he's not bad. He's not my favorite. The only time I like his interactions is when he's interacting with Garrick. Like when he interacts with Garrick, because Garrick's probably he might be my favorite DS9 character. I love Garrick.
People were talking about what's with the that they were good together as characters the whole time. They were a favorite even when the show was still on, but the homoerotic conversation started before woke was around. About the two of them. They're always taking a chance to rub each other's shoulders. Garrick especially likes to touch Dr. Bashir and makes Julian a little uncomfortable.
Well, Garrick.
I think it's supposed to be
a little light in the loafers. Garrick was always a little light in the loafers.
The actor might actually have some lighter than Air Jordans, if you know what I mean.
But he's still my favorite. He's still my favorite character. I love Garrick.
Great actor. You know what? I still love Judas Priest, right? My weekday show is called Streaming for Vengeance. You should catch it on Tuesdays. Good stuff. All right. So we had a wild, great, tight show tonight over on the mothership. What's going on for you this week, Sean?
I was trying to find a screenshot of it, but I don't have time now. I finished my Voyager build, and I will have that final video posted in a few days. I do have a picture of it. I'll just throw it up there really quick, just so you guys could see what's coming. Here it is. It won't go. Why won't it go?
Now it will.
There it is.
Let's give it the space it deserves.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's my Voyager, and I have it on the stand now. I just recorded the last video, but yeah, this was a lot of fun to build, and I can't wait to share everything with everybody. So there's that.
This was my comment when I saw it in the private chat. I'm sorry, in our group chat. Still has that new ship smell.
The new ship
smell. That new ship
except
smell.
for Neelix's quarters.
Right? Yes, that smells like chicken vindaloo.
Yeah.
It smells like shame and failure.
Oops, we disappeared ourselves. There we go. Yeah. What can I tell you? It is a little bit it is a little bit sad and scary, but we had a great time with all you tonight, and you guys were so awesome and so generous. Like we said, the conversation is going to continue if you want to hear more. Although I don't know, might not be a lot more to expand on in this one, but we will continue for some time. I think this is a good time to cut loose from YouTube, and we'll see you out there. Hit those like and follows, and we love you all. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yep.